Time now for the Missoula Osprey pregame show on 1340 KYLT. This Osprey pregame show is brought to you before every Osprey game by High Country Mini Motors. The first pitch is coming up. But first, with our pregame show, here's the voice of your Missoula Osprey on 1340 KYLT, Tim Bulwer.
All right, welcome to Play-Ball Park for this third game of the four-game series between the Provo Angels and the Missoula Osprey. The Osprey looking to get back on a winning note after losing the first two games of the series, including last night by the final score of 6-1. Going to the Osprey mound tonight, Ben Krantz, 1-1 with a 4.55 ERA, the right-hander from Penn, as a 15th round selection in last year's draft. He'll be going against Provo's right-handed throwing Nick Green, 3-1 with a 1.47 ERA, and making just his third start. Last night, Great Falls over Casper 9-7, Helena over Ogden 10-2, and Idaho Falls over Billings 7-2. So right now, Helena with a game and a half lead on Billings, 2.5 on Great Falls, and 6 over the Osprey. Still a tie in the South Division with Idaho Falls and Provo both tied up at 18 and 15. Ogden 2.5 games out, and Casper 3.5 games out. So that's the importance of this game, especially for Provo, to try to keep their share of first place. And the Osprey looking to continue to improve on their mark before they head for the second half of the season. When we come back, we will interview Josh Bahaja, the outfielder for the Missoula Osprey. He'll be starting tonight. We'll have his interview when we come back from this timeout right here on KYLT.
Why do men climb mountains? Because on an Arctic Cat ATV, you can. Go ahead, shift to the gear and get over to High Country Mini Motors, where they carry a full line of Arctic Cat ATVs. Arctic Cat, you know the name. Snowmobiles and ATVs, that's all they build. Where the road ends, Arctic Cat begins. Hike into High Country Mini Motors and enjoy a mountaintop experience every weekend on a new Arctic Cat ATV. More rack capacity, more ground clearance, more suspension travel, and more fuel capacity. Arctic Cat at High Country Mini Motors, 3757 North Reserve.
We're interviewing Josh Bahaja, who is one of the outfielders of the Missoula Osprey. He'll be playing tonight as the Osprey battle Provo. And Josh, just tell us what you think of Missoula so far. You've been here a couple weeks now and got accustomed to the whole town.
I haven't been able to quite see the whole town yet. It's only been a couple days and we've been away for a week or so. But I like it better than a lot bigger than Yakima where I was before, so I'm getting used to it. It's growing on me.
And you come in, you've made a real splash for the team, including having a 3 RBI game back in Ogden in a second game of doubleheader.
Yeah, I've had a couple good shows, but I'm not quite where I want to be yet. I've struck out a little bit too much, so I need to stay away from that. But yeah, I'm hoping to, get better, get back on track, do what I know I can do. So.
And one of the things you really had to do was an injury. Can you tell us a little bit about the extent of the injury?
Yeah, back in the Super Regionals, I injured my chest. I had what you call a stress reaction. That's where the bone kind of separates from the cartilage in the chest. So I wasn't able to throw or, swing a bat for 3 weeks or so. But now it's been a month and a half or so almost, and so everything's fine. I feel good. I feel healthy. I'm just looking forward to playing.
And you were playing the Super Regionals with Long Beach State. What was that experience like?
Up until we lost, it was pretty intense. The competition was good. Played against Richie Mercado, and so it was good. It didn't, end up how we wanted to, but, it was exciting. We played at home in front of everybody, but, yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, well, did you know that Mercado and yourself would become teammates eventually?
Yeah, no, I didn't until I found out in Yakima, where there I was playing with Colberg, who played for Arizona as well. So, yeah, I didn't find out until Yakima, but, yeah.
You played with an impressive teammate, Jared Weaver, who was drafted by the Angels. Tell us about him a little bit. What made him so special? He went 16-1 this past year.
Yeah, no, he was a competitor, definitely. He was always on top of his game, and he made it a little easier for the defense. But he's a competitor. I think twice during the season he struck out the first 10 batters of the game. You see that once and you never think you're going to see it again. Well, he did it again. So, but he's a real competitor. a great player. Good. Has a lot of confidence on the mound, and he locates the ball really well, too.
I guess the one surprising game of that regional was when he was in the game. I remember watching on ESPN, too. It was 6-7-1, and Arizona came back to win it once Weaver left the game.
Yeah, we blew it in the last inning. We had a 3-run lead going into the top of the ninth, and we gave it 4 runs, and we couldn't, get them back in the bottom of the ninth, and they ended up winning 6-5. So.
Well, let's stop going over painful memories. Let's talk about some good ones. And you got your first professional home run here at Play Ball Park against Billings. Explain that, because they're all the way out to the tracks out there in the right field corner of this ballpark.
Yeah, it felt good, I was having a little trouble. I had a little trouble in Yakima. I played 2 games there, had a little trouble there, and, I was kind of struggling here, and finally got my first professional hit here, and then, later, next day or so, I hit that ball, and it felt good. It always feels good to hit a home run, and just stayed inside the ball, and it found its way over the fence. So it felt good. I don't really hit too many home runs, so it felt good.
I was going to ask if you had those power numbers at Long Beach State. What kind of numbers were you able to put up?
No, I was more just I put it in play, more of a line drive hitter. I batted around 305 or so at Long Beach, but I'm not much of a power hitter. Hopefully, it's something I'll develop over the years. Hopefully, as long as I keep playing baseball, so which hopefully be for a long time. So that's one thing I hope to develop.
Throw about being drafted, and especially by Arizona, which is not too far from your home.
It felt good, ever since I was little. I always wanted to play professional sports, whether it was football or basketball, and ended up being baseball. It was a dream I had since I was a kid. To be living that dream, it feels good. My parents are proud of me, and my family is supporting me and everything. So it feels good. It feels really good.
Were you able to play other sports in high school?
Yeah, I played football and basketball as well. I played football up to my senior year and basketball until I was a sophomore.
What position did you play in football?
Running back and receiver. And then defense, I played cornerback and a little bit of safety. Yeah, basketball, I was a 1 and 2 guard. So.
Where'd you go to high school?
Back in Santa Rosa, California, Cardinal Newman High School, as a Catholic high school, and spent all 4 years there, and played all 4 years, and it was a good high school. Met a lot of good people there who I'll keep in touch with throughout my life. So
that's great. 5 new questions for Josh Behaja here on the pregame show, and tell us a little bit about your family and what background you come from.
Well, both of my parents are from San Francisco. My mom's, she's English, German, and she's half Mexican. And then my dad is mostly Maltese, and then he's a little bit French. So I'm kind of a mutt. But yeah, I have 2 other siblings, Jordan and Jason. Jordan's 21, Jason's 19. So it was nice to grow up with 2 brothers, who were close in age, ended up being my best friends and will be for my whole life. So, really close family, our extended family as well. It's really close, and it's definitely been the, driving force in my life has been my family.
And how about being the older brother?
I don't know what it's like to be a younger brother. So, being an older brother, just kind of, I guess you have to set the example sometimes. How the younger brothers turn out, and I think they looked up to me a little bit, especially when we were younger. We were always doing stuff together, and spent a lot of time together up through high school and college as well. So,
were they able to play sports at all?
Yeah, but both of them. Actually, my youngest brother Jason, he's still playing baseball. He's at Santa Rosa Junior College there in Santa Rosa, and my other brother played football. Out of high school, he went down to University of Redlands, which is in Southern California, and then he didn't like it too much down there, and so he came back up, ended up going to Santa Rosa Junior College, playing football there. Played rugby, hurt himself a little bit. Actually, I think he had ACL surgery, and he then decided to take a year off. He went to Spain for a year, which is a great experience for him. He learned the language, and he's back at home now. He's going to be finishing up school at UC Davis. And so, yeah, they both have played sports, their whole lives. It's something that's been in our family.
Last two questions for you, Josh. Appreciate your time. What did you major in at Long Beach?
I majored in general communications. It wasn't my first choice. I had planned on being a film major when I entered Long Beach, but with eligibility reasons, I had to change my major to general communications, which is fine. I ended up working out. But yeah.
Last question for you, and we certainly do appreciate your time. What's your favorite sports memory?
Probably, or just a couple months ago, beating Stanford in the regionals. I think they're a pretty heavy favorite, and we went out there and we put it to them.
And certainly, Josh Bahaja had a real hand in that. We'll continue with our pregame show after this, right here on KYLT.
Why do men climb mountains? Because on an Arctic Cat ATV, you can. Oh, yeah. Shift to the gear and get over to High Country Mini Motors, where they carry a full line of Arctic Cat ATVs. Arctic Cat, you know the name. Snowmobiles and ATVs, that's all they build. Where the road ends, Arctic Cat begins. Hike into High Country Mini Motors and enjoy a mountaintop experience every weekend on a new Arctic Cat ATV. More rack capacity, more ground clearance, more suspension travel, and more fuel capacity. Arctic Cat at High Country Mini Motors, 3757 North Reserve.
It's a Osprey against the Angels tonight. Krantz against Green as both teams are taking the field, and we'll have our first pitch right after this on KYLT.
You've been listening to the Missoula Osprey pregame show with Tim Boulware on 1340 KYLT. The pregame show is brought to you before every Osprey game by High Country Mini Motors. Now get ready for the first pitch of today's Missoula Osprey Pioneer League baseball game with the voice of the Osprey, Tim Boulware. Stay tuned. The game is coming up next on 1340 KYLT, Missoula. And now, 1340 KYLT brings you another Missoula Osprey Pioneer League baseball game. Today's game is sponsored by High Country Mini Motors, Mullen Station, Montana Wireless TV, Souder Financial, 5-Star Satellite, Bayern Brewing, Mountain States Collision Repair, Missoula Allergy and Asthma Center, and Campus Inn. Missoula Osprey Pioneer League action is also brought to you by Clarity Financial Services, Montana First Credit Union, Wireless Connection, Ruby's Cafe, Superwash, Jiffy Lube, Andy's Hardwood, The Broadway, and Bitterroot Wireless. Now get ready for the first pitch of today's Missoula Osprey Pioneer League baseball game, exclusively on 1340 KYLT Missoula. With the play-by-play action, here's Tim Boulware.
All right, we're here for the third game of the series on this Friday night from Play Ball Park. It's the Osprey against the Provo Angels. And here's the lineup submitted by their manager, Tom Kochman, for the Provo Angels. It's brought to you by Stitches Embroidery. Cap off your summer with Stitches, serving all your embroidery and now screen printing needs. Where quality and customer service comes first, Stitches Embroidery, 1001 North Russell. Leading off will be Richard Giannotti, the center fielder for the Angels, who come in with an 18-15 record, tied for first in the South Division. Nate Sutton, third baseman, to follow. And then Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop, who's batting third in the league's leading hitter right now. Anderson south of the Yates will be hitting cleanup tonight for the Provo Angels. Hitting fifth will be Clifton Rummelay. He's the first baseman. Fitz Johnson catching. He'll hit sixth. Ryan Lay, the second baseman, bats seventh. J.R. Rins in right. He'll be hitting eighth. And Mike Perdomo, the left fielder, will be batting ninth. Once again, Giannotti in center. Sutton at third. Rodriguez at shortstop. To south of the DH. Remolay is at first. Johnson catching. Lay, the second baseman, hitting seventh. Rins in right field. And Perdomo in left. Ben Krantz goes to the mound for the Osprey. And Crancy for the year coming in with a record for Krantz of 1-1, a 4.55 ERA. Seventh appearance and start. 29 2/3 innings. 23 hits, 17 runs, 15 earned. Has walked 17 and struck out 16. And batters sitting just 213 against him. When the control's on for Ben Krantz, he is dynamite, and he certainly had that control with no walks given up. The only start in which he did not walk anybody back in a victory against Billings right here at Play Ball Park on July 8th. The only victory for Ben Krantz. 6 innings with 1 hit allowed, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. But his control can also be off, too. He has walked 5 men in a couple of starts this year. Both of those decisions, though, no decisions, ironically. So certainly something that he has to look out for tonight in pitching against this Provo Angels team. Defensively for the Osprey, it's a lineup left to right with Travis Gulick in left field. Josh Bahaja is in center. And in right field, it's Miguel Matos. And we go third to first around the infield with Derek Bruce at third base, Juan Oliveras at shortstop, Francisco Rodriguez at second, Javier Brito is at first, Wilkin Castillo catching, and Ben Krantz on the mound. Here's Richard Giannotti leading off. He has a home run earlier in the series. It was his first home run of the year, going 3 for 4 on Wednesday night with 3 runs scored and RBI with a solo shot blast. He also had a hit in last night's game as well. And a pitch by Krantz, and he deals, and this one outside, and we're underway. The first pitch officially at 7:09. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch, and this one dealt down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes as Krantz works against Richard Giannotti, the center fielder for the Provo Angels. 38th round draft selection from Miami. And as a leadoff batter, 409. Leads off an inning, showing bunt, takes a strike. So Ben Krantz now has a 2-1 count on the batter and Giannotti. Slightly off in the left center field, Bahaja, our pregame interview, the 2-1, the pitch, and a high pop-up. Shallow left center field, trotting in Bahaja, and now it curves over to left field. So making the catch will be Travis Gulick. One took that a little bit to left field, and Travis Gulick took charge and calling off Bahaja for the first out. As a team, the Osprey have committed 50 errors on the year. Juan Oliveras, shortstop with 11, leads the team, but some pretty nice balance in the outfield. They don't commit too many errors, at least with the starting outfield tonight. Gulick, Bahaja, and Matos only combining for 5 this year, and 8 sudden takes a strike. No balls in a strike. Krantz working quickly, and he fires down low. Seems to have a lot of zip on his fastball tonight. It's 1-1. Then a 24th round selection from UC Santa Barbara. And the next pitch on the 1-1, this one dealt a little high, and it goes to 2-1. Sutton on the year hitting .380 with a home run and 17 runs driven in. A 2-1 pitch, and the ball flaps foul down the left field side. It evens at 2-2. Dimensions here, Play Ball Park, 287 down the right field line with a 24-foot high wall slanting down as you go to right center. 398 to straightaway center, 16-foot high wall. And then 309 to left field down the line with a wall that slants down as you go to left center field, 16 feet high. Down the line, a swing and miss for Sutton and a strikeout. And as the first strikeout for Ben Krantz. His 17th of the year now, even in strikeouts and walks. This is the first appearance for Krantz against Provo this year. Last time out, a no decision in Game 2 of a doubleheader against Ogden. 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned with 3 walks and 1 strikeout. 2 men out for Sean Rodriguez, the league's leading batter. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Rodriguez comes in with a .435 batting average, 3 homers and 24 RBIs in the year. And the 1-0 pitch, and this one a change for a strike. It evens to the ball on the strike. Sean Rodriguez was batting .240 in the Midwest League. He was selected right out of high school as a 3rd-round selection last year. Apparently he had some problems and is swinging a high fly ball, left center field, Bahaja coasting over there. And near the warning track, he pulls it in, and that ends the inning. And some of those problems just had to deal with the maturity of Rodriguez, but he has really matured at this level, according to his manager, Tom Kochman. Nothing across for the Angels in the top of the first, heading to about half of the inning. It's the Angels, nothing. The Osprey coming up to the plate.
Success in baseball means making contact with the ball. For improving your chances of successful retirement or education savings, contact Frankie or Deirdre at Flaherty Financial Services. For more information, call 549-6718 or 310-670-6718.
Securities offered through American General Securities Incorporated, 2727 Allen Parkway, Houston, Texas, 77019. Member NASD SIPC. Member of American International Group Incorporated. Clarity Financial Services Incorporated is a separate entity from any member of AIG.
With the Osprey, you can count on one great play after another, kind of like Mullen Station Casino, one thrilling game after another. Exciting gaming and great odds await you at Mullen Station Casino. Win any one of the station's many electronic games and enjoy the coldest beer in town from the Cobra Tap. You want to win? You got to check out Mullen Station Casino. Stop after the game and get in on the action. You can always count on a warm reception at the casino at Mullen Station, corner of Reserve at Mullen Road.
Mullen Station, at the station, at the station, at the station.
Montana First Credit Union would like to wish the 2004 Missoula Osprey the best of luck in their quest for the Pioneer League Championship. Montana First Credit Union is proud to be a supporter of the Missoula Osprey and would like to invite you to find out why Montana First Credit Union will always go to bat for you. Like the Osprey, Montana's First Credit Union is proud of their past and prepared for your future. Good luck, Missoula Osprey, from your friends at Montana First Credit Union.
We're back here at the ballpark where the Osprey will bat against Nick Green here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the line submitted by the manager of this Osprey team, Jim Presley, and also sponsored by Stitches Embroidery. Cap off your summer with Stitches, serving all your embroidery and out screen printing needs. Where quality and customer service comes first. Stitches Embroidery, 1001 North Russell. Miguel Matos in square as the right fielder tonight leads off for the Osprey. Derek Bruce, third baseman, to follow. Then Wilkin Castillo, the catcher, hits third. Richard Mercado will be DHing, and they'll be hitting fourth. Javier Brito, the first baseman, bats fifth. Josh Buhaja, the center fielder, bats sixth. Followed by Travis Kulik, the left fielder, hitting seventh. Francisco Rodriguez, second baseman, batting eighth. And Juan Oliveras, the shortstop, bats ninth. We'll go over the Osprey lineup once again in just a moment. Nick Green on the mound. He's a tall right-hander for the Provo Angels, and deals, and the pitch fired down low for a ball. Once again, Matos in right field, leading off. Bruce at third. Castillo catching. Mercado to DH, and the 1-0, the pitch, and the ball lined in off the glove of Sutton, who reached up there but couldn't make the catch. Ball goes in the left field, and that'll be ruled a hit. Matos with a screamer off the bat, and I think Sutton was stunned. There was so much zip on that line drive. So a man on base, and the Osprey get their first hit, and they didn't have to wait like they have had the last couple of nights. The Osprey got two hits finally in the fourth inning last night. They had to wait till the fifth inning in the opener of the series before getting their first hit. Here comes Derek Bruce. Here's the pitch, and showing bunt, and bunt down towards the second baseman, who tries the forehand flip with glove right there, trying to flip it to Remolay, but not in time. Once you get it past the pitcher on that right side, it gets a lot easier, and a bunt single for Derek Bruce as Leahy made a last-ditch effort, but no chance. So back-to-back hits for the Osprey here in the early going. Once again, we left off Mercado, the cleanup batter. Brito, the fifth batter, first baseman. Buhaja, center fielder, bats sixth. Gulick, left fielder, hits seventh. Rodriguez, second baseman, hitting eighth. And Oliver's the shortstop, batting ninth. Nick Green, 3-1 with a 1.47 ERA. His third start, 10th appearance, 18 in the third inning, 16 hits, 3 runs all earned, with 6 walks and 18 strikeouts, and batters hitting .242 against them. Here's Wilkin Castillo, now has a 9-game hit streak, which is the best for the Osprey player this year, and he tries the bunt, and it's in front of the plate, and the throw to third by the catcher, but it's deemed a foul ball, as Ben Johnson really did pounce on it, and almost made the same play that Wilkin Castillo made the other night in the 9th inning, on the ball butted out in front of the plate. That was one where Castillo took it with a bare hand and started a 1-6-3 double play. The ball's in the strike on Castillo, the catcher. 9-game hit streak, best for an Osprey player this year. And Green with the 0-1 and deals, and Castillo bunts it hard this time down the third base line, but foul. It quickly goes to 0-2. Wilkin Castillo on the year, batting .310. Has 3 triples on the year, tied for the league lead. 2 homers and 16 RBIs. Runners at first and second, 0-2 the count. No score in the bottom of the first. The Osprey with back-to-back hits to begin this inning. And Green on the mound, checking second, deals in the pitch, and swing a foul back. Green has not seen much of the Osprey. He only pitched 1 inning against the Osprey in relief, but did get a victory on July 16th in Provo. one inning with no hits, no runs, and only struck out one in retiring Castillo, Centeno, and striking out Rodriguez. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch to Castillo, and he lifts the ball left field, but backpedaling on it, Mike Perdomo a couple steps, and he makes the catch. And the runners retreat back to first and second. A man out here in the bottom of the first inning, bringing up Richard Mercado. Mercado, the DH tonight, after back-to-back games starting behind the plate. And Richard Mercado hitting .281 with a homer and 11 RBIs. The Osprey wearing their white uniforms. Sleeveless, they have the black sleeves underneath. And the look of second by Green, but the runners starting back in Matos. The Osprey logo and the lettering splashed across their chest. Black numerals. Runner goes for third and second. Double clutch move, and then Johnson throws to second. And sliding in there safely will be Bruce on a double steal. The hesitation there from Johnson, and we had 2 men covering the bag, both Rodriguez and Leahy. A little miscommunication out there for the Angels. And the Osprey take advantage with a double steal. Matos stealing the bag, and that gives him his 11th of the year, and Bruce follows, and that's his first of the year. Runners at second and third. The 1-0, the pitch, and the ball line, and high hop, the second baseman pulls it down, and Leahy throws the first, getting the out of Mercado, but coming in to score Matos, and the Osprey get a 1-0 lead early in this game. Moving on to third base on the plate, Derek Bruce. And with 2 men out, here comes Javier Brito, the first baseman. For Javier Brito, .271, 3 homers and 18 RBIs on the year. The Osprey getting the first run, 1-0 for the Osprey of the Angels here in the bottom of the first. Green will go out of a full windup now with 2 men out. And his wind and pitch. And the ball grounded left side, trying to field with a high backhand. Rodriguez and sinks it over to first, and a great throw there, getting out Brito. But the Osprey do get the first run on the board with 2 hits. And a man left on base at third. End of 1, Osprey 1, Angels nothing.
It's your call. Montana Wireless is introducing the biggest thing that has happened to the internet and phone. Unlimited local and long-distance calls to anywhere in the U.S. or Canada, plus voicemail, caller ID, call waiting, call forwarding, and a local phone number, all for only $29.99 per month and only from Montana Wireless. Now you can make unlimited local and long-distance phone calls, have high-speed internet, and it's all on one bill. How convenient is that? Call Montana Wireless today at 542-3444 for your internet home phone service. Montana Wireless, simply the best.
Insurance and investment issues are becoming more complex every day. That's why you need an expert to sort it all out. Greg Sauter of Sauter Financial has 26 years of trusted experience in insurance and investments. Because he independently represents more than 20 companies, he can provide cost-effective insurance for individuals and businesses in areas of medical, life, disability, or long-term care. If you're self-employed, talk to Greg about ways to use Uncle Sam to subsidize your medical costs. And if you're investing for the future, Sauter Financial offers creative strategies for wealth protection. Sauter Financial, open 9 to 5 at 1008 South Avenue West.
Allergy season is here, so if you're affected, now's the time to be evaluated by an expert at the Allergy and Asthma Center. Dr. Wayne Sinclair and physician assistant Dave Mangold are specially trained in treating allergies and asthma. Allergic disease is controlled by the body's very complex immune system, and there are many options towards treatment. Find out which one is most effective for you. Dr. Sinclair is board certified by the American Board of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, and along with PA Dave Mangold, provide excellent care and treatment. The Allergy and Asthma Center, near Community Medical Center. Call 721-4540.
So the Osprey are up 1-0 here in the second inning, leading off the Andrew Toussaint, the DH. And Toussaint waits for the pitch from Krantz and dealt, and in on the hands and foul back. It's strike 1 on Andrew Toussaint. Toussaint in the series 3 for 9. He has driven in 2 runs, and he's 10th in the league in batting average now with .354 clip. And the 0-1, the pitch, this one upstairs. And talking with Tom Kochman, the manager of the Provo Angels, he says there's a lot of comparisons between Toussaint and Marcus Townsend, both with the ability to hit the long ball. And both these men have had the most impressive blast we've seen this year, the pitch up and in for a ball, including Toussaint's grand slam, which came against Tim Valancourt back in Provo. 2-1 the pitch, and a fastball swing and miss, 2-2. That fastball very lively from Krantz tonight. He has some quality stuff, at least in the early going. Toussaint, 9 home runs, but now trails Bobby Mosby at Billings, who now has 10 and leading the league. The 2-2, the pitch, and it hits the batter. Got him on the arm, so Toussaint hit by the pitch, and he'll go to first base. This will bring up Clifton Remele, the first baseman, an 11th round selection from Georgia Tech. Remele on the season, he'll have a .247 batting average with a homer and 14 RBI. Provo, the second best home run hitting team in the league, with 30, which held to just 1 in the series, and that was the home run by Giannotti in the 7th inning off Julio on Wednesday. The pitch, and a strike delivered by Krantz, 0-1. Krantz will throw the fastball, which seems to have a lot of life tonight. He'll also mix in the changeup and throw breaking balls well. No balls and a strike. Off first base, the runner in Toussaint. And the stretch with the 0-1, the pitch. And Remele drives this one right field, but slicing well foul into the corner. And onto the gravel, which hopefully someday will be grass seeding behind the bullpen area of the Provo Angels. 0-2 now to count. Missoula with a 1-0 lead here at Play Ball Park in the top of the second inning. Throw to first with the runner getting back in, and Toussaint. This team can steal 28 steals and 40 attempts this year. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch from Krantz, and fired upstairs this time. 1-2. Osprey with a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Damon Berryhill, the roving pitching instructor, still in town, and it's probably a big reason why Castillo is behind the plate tonight. Berryhill has not gotten a good look at him in competition so far. The 1-2, the pitch, and the ball fouled off. Mercado's caught the last 2 nights as a starter for the Osprey. Castillo only came in late during Wednesday's game. 1-2. The outfield straight away, and the Osprey leading 1-0. On the ground out by Mercado, getting in Miguel Matos in the bottom of the first. Throw to first with the runner getting back in. Provo so far has had a lot of success against the Osprey, having won 4 straight against Missoula in head-to-head competition. And winning 4 of the 5 games. The only one for the Osprey came a week from last Wednesday with a victory 6-4 against Provo. And a swing and miss on a slider and a strikeout on the 1-2 pitch. Remele strikes out, second strikeout for Ben Krantz. Our man down here in the top of the second with Ben Johnson, the catcher, now batting. He's had a couple of 2-hit games against the Osprey this year, but back in the opener of the series went 0 for 4 on Wednesday night, striking out twice. Once against Howard and the other time against Vasquez. Stretch and pitch by Krantz and a fastball down low. Our home plate umpire tonight, Brett Robson, and on the base is Clint Lawson, as they remain as the umpires in this series. 1 ball, no strikes, with the runner off first base, Toussaint. And Krantz on the mound. He nods and deals, and the pitch and the ball line left field. There'll be a base hit as Gulick tries to cut it off in the corner. Holding up at second base, though, will be Toussaint as the throw comes into Oliveras. So Johnson with a 1-out single, advancing Toussaint to second, and the Angels in business here in the top of the second inning, putting their first hit on the board. Here's Ryan Lay, the second baseman. Lay is to be described as kind of a slap hitter. 23 of his 24 hits this year have been singles. Runners off first and second with a man out. And the pitch by Krantz. So ran curve staying upstairs for a ball. Ben Krantz from Penn and playing in the Ivy League with former Osprey player Andrew McCreary last year, who was actually the Ivy League Player of the Year. That's Krantz's teammate. The pitch and the ball grounded behind the bag at third. Bobbling the ball will be Derek Bruce. Now tries to heave it towards first and not in time. That was a smash off the bat, but Bruce will be assessed his 6th error of the year. And so now the bases are loaded, which brings us to the plate. J.R. Renz, a dangerous hitter. The Osprey in a bit of trouble. The bases loaded right now, and Renz will be coming up to the bat. Reds for the year, 290 with 4 homers and 25 RBIs. He'll hit from the right side against Krantz, a right-handed pitcher. The base is loaded. 1-0 for the Osprey, trying to keep this one-run lead in their column. And the pitch. This one a breaking ball for a strike. A very nice curve from Krantz. Toussaint at third, Johnson at second, and Leahy at first. And the Osprey 1-0. Their lead right now, top of the second, for the Angels threatening. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the 0-1, and this one curveball missing outside. Fans are a little antsy to try to get that one as a call strike against Renz, but he evens at 1-1. A ball and a strike with Krantz on the mound. And the pitch on the 1-1, and cut and miss this time on 86 mile per hour fastball with a lot of sinking action to it. Renz with runners in scoring position this year, batting .293 and has 18 RBIs during that span. So he's performed very well in those situations. Bases loaded, 1 man out, 1-2 the count. Krantz, the pitch. The ball grounded, and behind the bag, third baseman Bruce fields on the fair ground and throws to first, and a tag laid on by Brito, and actually with Bruce tagging the bag, a double play. A nice shot by Bruce. He just reached down the very tiptoe of his shoe there and was able to get the force out of Johnson and then throw to first for the double play, and that ends the inning. For the Provo Angels in the inning, no runs. They do get 1 hit and error and 2 men left on base. We move on to the bottom of the second. Osprey 1, Angels nothing.
Sports fans, don't miss another great play again. Team up with Dish Network for 5-star satellite and get free installation on up to 4 receivers, including a free DVR upgrade. Pause live TV, skip recorded commercials, and get the Missoula local. Call 5-star satellite at 251-5300 for details. Don't miss out. Get Dish Network for 5-star satellite at 251-5300. All prices of packages subject to change without notice. Channels may vary. Certain local channels may require an additional antenna installed by Dish Network free of any charge. $4.98 monthly video on demand service fee applies. Offer ends 7/31/04.
Laundry can be a real grind, but Superwash has made things easier. Superwash is the largest coin-op laundry in town, with 2 convenient locations, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue. Superwash also offers same-day drop-off service, so you can drop it off and pick it up within hours. Clean, reliable, and convenient. Your laundry grind just got a little bit easier. Superwash, where they wash every day. And make sure when you're at Play Ball Park, wave your Superwash K cards. Superwash, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue.
Well, everybody's heard about the
Hey, Osprey fans, the Missoula Osprey, Fuddruckers, and KECI-TV are happy to introduce the new Ollie's Kids Club. Ollie Osprey invites kids 2 to 12 years old to join. Membership includes 2 free tickets to every Sunday Osprey home game, an Ollie Kids Club t-shirt, membership card, exclusive autograph session with the Osprey players, and free Fuddruckers kids meal. All this for just $10. Get your application to join today by visiting the Osprey office. Missoula Osprey Baseball. So much fun, you'll drop your fish.
Returning here to the bottom of the second inning, you have to give a lot of credit there to Derek Bruce. And to be quite frank, I didn't actually see him touch the very back end of the bag when he was fielding him behind the bag with a backhand fielding attempt off the smash off the bat of J.R. Renz, but it turns out to be a double play and keeps the Osprey in a 1-0 lead over the Angels at the bottom of the second inning. Jasper Hodges, center fielder, leads off for the Missoula Osprey. He had a foot injury. That's why he's been sidelined the last few days. Bull hit against the right-handed throwing Green. 1-0 for the Osprey, the bottom of the second pitch, and this one a strike call on the outside edge, 0-1. We got to thank Jiffy Lube and Fisher Radio, of course, the sponsors for tonight's logo baseball promotion right here at the ballpark. They are a fine-looking group of baseball memorabilia that's been distributed to the first 750 fans. Cut and miss for Bahaja. It goes 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes with Green on the mound after giving up a run in the first inning against the Osprey. And the 0-2, the pitch. And this one missing inside for a ball, 1-2. Josh Bahaja, our pregame interview. Talked about the thrilling ride of going to the Super Regionals of the NCAA baseball tournament. And 1-2, the pitch outside. Goes to 2-2. Bahaja actually injured himself during that Super Regional by swinging a bat and actually caused a stress reaction in his upper chest. The pitch of the ball grounded right side, feeling well to his left, the second baseman, and Ryan Leahy throws on the first with a man out. Here comes Travis Gulick, the left fielder. He's hitless against Provo this year, 0 for 9. And Travis Gulick comes in with a .289 batting average, 6 homers and 25 RBIs on the year. We need to go over the Provo defense for you. Mike Perdomo is in left field tonight. Richard Giannotti in center. J.R. Renz in right. With Nate Sutton at third. Sean Arming at shortstop. Ryan Leahy at second. Clifton Remley at first. And Ben Johnson catching. A curveball for a strike from Nick Green, 0-1. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Osprey. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Angels. And the pitch on the 0-1. Dealt and swinging a pop-up. Right side of the infield, trotting in Remley. The first baseman in on the grass now and makes the catch and 2 men out. Tom Kochman and his team right now tied up with Idaho Falls in the South Division for first place. And talking with him about why he has this alignment out there defensively, he says this is his best defense, and that's what is going to take, playing great defense in the last week to be able to win the first half title. Here's Francisco Rodriguez, the second baseman for the Missoula Osprey. 2 men out, 1-0 the score, with the Osprey batting on the bottom second. Pitch, and it gets away from the catcher and Ben Jensen for ball 1. Nick Green is 6'4", 180 pounds from Tifton, Georgia. Went to Darden College, a 35th round draft selection in June. And a pitch in a soft line drive, playing on one hop late, going to his left and now throwing to first. And the Osprey go quietly in the second. As we move on to the third, Osprey 1, Angels nothing.
Hometown baseball is a beautiful thing, and so is Bayern beer. Even though it's made in the German tradition, Bayern Pilsner and Amber beers are made right here in Missoula at Bayern Brewing. Everyone knows Germany is synonymous with great-tasting beer. Stop by your local store or tavern for some frosty Bayern beer. And the brewery at 1507 Montana Street. Missoula Osprey baseball and Missoula brewed Bayern beer. Is this a great life or what?
All right, I can hardly wait. It's time for an oil change. This is going to be so cool.
How often have we all heard that? Never. Your motor oil is the blood your engine survives on. It deserves your attention.
The transfusion specialists at Jiffy Lube will prolong the life of your car or truck and get you better gas mileage.
The heart of the matter is a healthy motor makes for a happy owner. Jiffy Lube is fast, efficient, and convenient. I wonder if their oil is low carb.
The healthy choice is your neighborhood Jiffy Lube with 5 Missoula locations.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the birthday.
Every one of us has celebrated a birthday, but how about celebrating your birthday at a Missoula Osprey baseball game? For only $60, your group of 10 people will receive a ticket to the game and pregame barbecue with a hot dog, chips, and a drink. You'll also get a personalized birthday cake, autographs from Osprey players, and much more. Book your party today by calling the Osprey office, 543-3300, and celebrate your birthday Osprey style. Missoula Osprey baseball, so much fun, you'll drop your fish.
Top of the third inning here from Play Ball Park. Right now the Osprey leading the Provo Angels 1-0. Due up Mike Perdomo, the left fielder, the max at top of the order, and Richard Giannotti, center fielder, and Nate Sutton at third, against Ben Krantz. The Osprey leading 1-0 here in the third inning. On a beautiful night for baseball. Series continue around the league tonight with Great Falls at Casper, Ogden at Helena, and Billings visiting Idaho Falls. Krantz deals in the pitch, and a curveball missing outside for ball 1 to Mike Perdomo. Perdomo playing a couple years ago, hitting .274 homers and 39 RBIs with the Angels. Pitch outside, 2-0. But he missed all of last season with apparently a very serious injury. The 2-0, the pitch, and a swing and a pop-up. Right field going towards the line, Miguel Matos with a long run, and now crossing the line, makes the catch. It wasn't fair ground, but he makes the catch to retire Perdomo for the first out. Time for our Mountain States Collision Repair Farm Report for the evening, brought to you by our friends at Mountain States Collision Repair. We specialize in all animal encounters. Give them a call at 721-0881 or stop by their shop at 1944 Birch Street in Missoula. Richard Giannotti is the better. Flied out to the left fielder, and Travis Gulick his first time up. Pitches a strike on a changeup from Krantz, 0-1. Krantz works quickly. His next delivery, and this one missing a little high. It's a ball and a strike. Around the Diamondback system last night, And you thought that the Osprey loss to Provo 23-6 last Friday night was bad. Tri-City defeated Yakima last night 21-1. And the pitch missing low, 2-1. Keith Watley, a former Osprey pitcher, 1 2/3 innings with 10 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned. And the pitch missing down low, 3-1. South Bend was defeated by Lansing last night, 7-1. Mark Rosen still winless in the Midwest League, 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Lancaster, though, in the Cal League defeats High Desert 7-5. Stan Smith gets the victory. And a pitch from Cranston, the ball grounded. First baseman Brito up with it. Goes the bag himself. And we have 2 men out here in the top of the third. Stan Smith, 5 innings with 3 hits, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Justin Weschler got the save, striking out 2 in his only inning of work in the ninth. El Paso 7, Wichita 6. Jesus Cota with a double, an RBI, went 1 for 4. And the Diablos victory in Las Vegas over Tucson 8-3. And a pitch a strike on a fastball. Nate Sutton, who struck out swinging against Kranz's first time up. Craig Hansman with a home run, his 10th of the year, with a solo blast. And Andy Green went 3 for 5 and also had a double. And the pitch, and this one missing down low for a ball, 2-0. Go over some stats tomorrow from particular players, but that is your Mountain States Glue and Repair Farm Report for this evening. 7210881, or give them stop by at 1944 Birch Street in Missoula. Single through the right side, and Sutton with a 2-out base hit. And for the Angels, that's their second hit. Here comes Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez flying out to center his first time up. 1-0 the score with the Osprey leading in the top of the third inning. Ben Krantz on the mound. They'll go on the stretch this time, having thrown 40 pitches so far in the early going. Krantz nods at the sign, deals the pitch, and takes a little bit off that with a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Krantz has a lot of confidence in his pitches tonight. You can just tell. He's working very quickly and helping out the defense in the meantime. No balls and a strike. The next pitch. This one missing down low, and it goes to 1-1. Only 2 hits off Krantz, a single in this inning by Sutton with 2 men out, and Ben Johnson's single with 1 man out in the second. And the 1-1, the pitch, and the ball grounded third baseman, and Bruce books it. It goes right through his legs and down the left field line. Gould will try to retrieve. Moving on to third base will be Sutton as the throw comes in second. And now runners at the corners. That's the second hit for Bruce on the night, and his 7th of the year. That has been the one problem for the Osprey lately. Last night, they committed 2 errors, including a drop fly ball by Townsend, who you'll notice is not in the defensive alignment tonight. And then Missoula has 4 errors on Wednesday night. The last time the Osprey won, they won last Sunday. And they got no errors in that game. In the second game with doubleheader against Ogden. Throw to first with the runner getting back in. During the losing streak for the Osprey of 4 games, they have a total of 10 errors in those 4 games. The pitch and swing of the ball fouled off. Out of that, Andrew Toussaint, who's been hit by a pitch tonight, left stranded at third base. 10 errors in the total of the 4 losses for the Ospreys. And that just illustrates why the defense is so important. And that's also illustrates why Tom Hopkins has gone with his best defensive alignment for tonight's game against the Osprey. No balls to strike, the pitch, and a swing and a line drive, and whoops, paddle there to left field, a base hit coming in to score Sutton. It will be a single for Toussaint, and moving into second base Rodriguez, and the game now tied up at 1. That'll be an unearned run off Krantz. All the rest of the runs will be unearned as they should score more. Osprey hope to prevent that. But Toussaint with his RBI, and that gives him 31 for the season now. Here's Clifton Runway, struck out swinging his first time up against Ben Krantz. So the game even up at 1 here in the top of the third. Runner at second base Rodriguez, Toussaint at first, and Krantz on the mound. His pitch, and the ball wide, and a diving stab by Bruce to his left. He's either looked awful in this game or he's looked like Mike Schmidt. And that time he looked like Schmidt. Redaway lines out to the third baseman and Bruce, and that ends the inning. An unearned run off Krantz with 2 hits and error committed by Bruce. 2 men left on base. We move on to the bottom of the third. The game even up at 1.
Hi, this is Willie from Wireless Connection. As a baseball fan, I'm proud that we're a sponsor of Osprey radio broadcast. If you haven't been to the new ballpark yet, you've got to check it out. Wireless Connection is your local Verizon Wireless authorized dealer in Missoula. We pride ourselves on being the best at what we do, and like the Osprey, we always put our best foot forward. If you haven't switched yet to America's best wireless network, stop by and see us at Wireless Connection. We're in Russell Square. That's 39th and Russell, next to Albertsons, or inside the Bond Macy's. Wireless Connection, nationwide Verizon wireless service locally.
Here's a great idea from the Broadway Sports Bar and Grill. Before you take yourself out to the ball game, take yourself out for a delicious meal at the Broadway. You'll have plenty of time for your favorite Broadway sandwich or dinner entree because the Broadway is just blocks away from the new stadium. And here's a great deal from the Broadway. When the Osprey are at home, after the game, bring in your game night ticket stub and get a free domestic draft beer or well drink. The Broadway Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Missoula Osprey Baseball.
Did you know there were significant changes in retirement plan tax laws? For assistance in building your retirement and educational savings nest egg, contact Frankie or Deirdre at Flaherty Financial Services Incorporated. Call 549-6718 or 1-888-310-6718.
Securities offered through American General Securities Incorporated, 2727 Allen Parkway, Houston, Texas, 77019. Member NASD SIPC. Member of American International Group Incorporated. Flaherty Financial Services Incorporated is a separate entity from any member of AIG.
All right, back here in the bottom of the third inning. Glad you're with us tonight. 1-all the score, Angels and Osprey. And leading off will be Juan Oliveras, the shortstop. And a bit of a slide lately, 1 for his last 12. And the pitch from Nick Green, and this one fired over for a strike, 86-mile-per-hour fastball. Green has thrown just 19 pitches in the early going. And the 0-1 pitch, and this one on the outside edge for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes with a 1-all score between the Angels and Osprey here. In the bottom of the third, the pitch, and dealt down low from Nick Green. Throws the slider, throws fastball, changeup on his repertoire. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Alley, and this one down low. Juan Oliveras, the batter for the Osprey. Oliveras hitting .205, but with a homer and 4 RBI, breaks his bat, little soft pop-up and caught right to the mound, by Nick Green, man out. So Oliveras breaks his bat, and the Osprey are retired with a first out here in the bottom of the third. Here's Miguel Matos with a single and a run scored. Angels out hitting the Osprey right now, 3-2. 1-all score with the Osprey a run in the bottom of the first, and the Angels a run in the top of the third. The pitch to Matos, who lowers his head on a off-speed delivery, and it's called ball 1. Miguel Matos with the open stance and the 1-0 pitch. This one sailing high with a breaking ball, and it goes to 2-0. Outfield straight away, and this very windy evening here at Play Ball Park. The 2-0, the pitch, and a curve for a strike, 2-1. Missoula even up at 1-all, and the next pitch. And this one missing down low. A couple of roster changes for the Osprey. As leaving the team, being promoted, Steven Jackson is now in Yakima. Also, Ippolito Guerrero. And the 3-1, the pitch inside for ball 4, and a walk to Matos, who reaches base for the second time tonight. First walk gets you by Green. So, Steven Jackson moves up, the 10th round selection from Clemson. Also, the second-year Osprey player, Ippolito Guerrero, moves up to Yakima, both of them do. Those are the changes. And then the Osprey are expected to get back to the services of Giant Santana, maybe sooner than expected. An optimistic prognosis is that with a hip flexor injury, he could be back by Sunday or even Monday. maybe in just a DH role for a couple days before being reinserted into the outfield. For the first with the runner getting back in and Matos. 1-1 to score, Angels and Osprey here in the bottom of the third. And Derek Bruce, the batter, 19th round selection, Lewis and Clark State. And the pitch, the runner going, and a pitch. A timing called or a balk called. And apparently they're calling the balk because Matos remains at second base. So a balk from Green, who might have quick pitch right there. And not coming pause. He has to have that 1 second pause before he delivers to the plate from the stretch. So still no count on Derek Bruce. The runner moves on to second on balk. Miguel Matos has good speed. Green with a pitch this time as he pauses, and the breaking ball missing. For a ball to Derek Bruce. Derek Bruce has certainly been one of the better Osprey hitters this year. Runners in scoring position, hitting .429 with 13 RBIs. And 1-0 the pitch, and the ball line, and his shortstop makes the catch, and then Rodriguez launches, trying to get out Matos, who dives back just in time, averting the tag. Bruce lines solidly towards the shortstop, and Rodriguez almost completed the double play. 2 men out with Wilkin Castillo. Now going to bat. He flied out to left his first time up. 1-1 to score here in the bottom half of the third inning. Osprey and Angels. Matos takes his lead off second base with 2 men out. And Green with a pitch and deals with a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-0. Missoula in the third game of this 7-game homestand. Ogden will come in Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock to start the first of the 3-game series, and then we're up to the road for 3 in Great Falls. The 1-0, the pitch, and a line drive. Caught right by the pitcher. Green took the snag right there. You can't hit it any harder. Castillo lines right back to the pitcher, and that ends the Osprey bottom of the third inning. With no runs, no hits, the man left on base at second, and through 3, Angels won, the Osprey likewise.
Bullet Station is proud to be part of this Osprey baseball broadcast. Baseball, summer in Missoula. Doesn't get better than this. When attending an Osprey game, be sure to check your ticket stub for great deals on food from the Mullen Station Deli. Like a buy one cheeseburger or hamburger and get the second for free. Or half off the Churrero, a huge burrito stuffed with all the fixings, and half off an Italian sausage sandwich. Mullen Station and the Osprey, a winning combination.
Mullen Station, at the station, at the station, at the station.
Montana First Credit Union would like to wish the 2004 Missoula Osprey the best of luck in their quest for the Pioneer League Championship. Montana First Credit Union is proud to be a supporter of the Missoula Osprey and would like to invite you to find out why Montana First Credit Union will always go to bat for you. Like the Osprey, Montana's First Credit Union is proud of their past and prepared for your future. Good luck, Missoula Osprey, from your friends at Montana First Credit Union. Tired of paying for basic cable channels you just don't watch? Paying extra for local channels or when you have more than one TV? Well, you can get Economy Basic from Montana Wireless on every TV in your house with no extra fees. Call 542-3444 today and get the essential channels, including local networks, for about $15 per month. Plus, when you call today, installation is just $9.95. That's a savings of more than $30 to get started. Your Montana Wireless Economy Basic package is the perfect supplement to satellite dishes or to save money this summer. Call 542-3444 today and save. Montana Wireless, simply the best.
So we're now at the top of the fourth inning when the Osprey tied up with the Angels at 1 apiece. Ben Johnson, the catcher. Ryan Leahy, second baseman. J.R. Renz, the right fielder. All bats 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for Tom Kochman's team. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Angels. A run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for the Osprey. And so far, Ben Krantz has thrown 46 pitches in tonight's game. He allowed an unearned run in his last inning of work, with the RBI single by Toussaint, which followed Rodriguez reaching on a fielding error from Derek Bruce, his second error of the night. Angels and Osprey even up at 1, and apparently I'm informed that these logo baseballs actually glow in the dark tonight. Jiffy Lube and Fisher Radio, the sponsor for the promotion, so we're certainly glad to have that. 1-1 score with the left-handed hitting Ben Johnson, the catcher who switch batter stepping up to the plate. Then Krantz will work out the full windup. Here's the pitch. And this one, a strike on the outside edge of the plate, 0-1. Coming up in just a moment, we'll have our Andy's Hardwood trivia question for the night. And it's a trivia question that revolves around uniform numbers. The pitch and missing down low. A ball and a strike to the batter, Ben Johnson, the catcher for the Provo Angels, who singled his first time up. It's from the University of Washington. 1-1 with Krantz on the mound and deals. Pitch and the ball swatted it straight away center field. Backpedaling Bahaja makes the catch. And it may retire here in the top of the fourth. Andy's Hardwood, of course, our sponsor for the trivia question, as always, every night. Andy's Hardwood, serving all your hardwood floor needs. Give them a call at 239-7354. That's 239-7354. Or see our ad in the yellow pages. Ryan Leahy has reached on an air tonight. We'll step into the batter's box now as Krantz pitches in the fourth inning with a 1-all tie. And the pitch. This one skips in the dirt and goes to the back screen. And it's 1-0. Trivia question tonight. Who were the first two teams to permanently wear numbers on the back of their jerseys? Once again, Major League teams, think it this way. Who were the first two teams to permanently wear numbers on the back of their jerseys? Give me one of the two teams. A pitch and a swing and a pop-up. The shortstop Oliveira is backpedaling, now trotting in and makes the grab. And they're now 2 men out. Krantz is looking very effective tonight. He's only allowed 3 hits and 2 of them collected. In the third, here's J.R. Renz, who grabbed to a double play in his last time up, which was an inning-ending double play. 5-3, Bruce behind the bag. He did backhand stab and then actually touched the bag, the very back of the bag with his foot, and then threw on the first for the double play with the bases loaded and 1 man out at the time. Pitch outside of Renz, and it's 1-0. Krantz, next deals a pitch and a swing and a pop-up. First base high. Brito gives it a look, but it's out of play. And it evens at 1-1. Angels winning the first game of the series on Wednesday 6-2, and then coming back to win 6-1 last night against the Osprey. A ball and a strike. Krantz on the mound and his 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball fouled off. It goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. And a 1-all score in the top of the fourth inning here from Play Ballpark. This will be the only time the Angels are in here this season. Unless, of course, both teams should advance to playoff competition. 1-2. Osprey have not met the Angels so far in playoff competition. 0-2, the pitch. And ball foul off the leg of the batter. J.R. wins. And a little bit on this young man who's from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. 4th round draft selection. 2002. 6'2", 200 pounds. And just celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago. He turned 21. The ball grounded right back to the mound. And fielding is Krantz. He tips it over to first with a throw to Brito, and that ends the inning. So the Angels go in order. And through 3.5, the Angels won. The Osprey won as well.
Mountain States Collision knows it's finally summer, and with that comes sunshine, the smell of freshly cut grass, and the boys of summer. The Missoula Osprey are back for another great season, and they have a new home. Mountain States Collision Repair would like to remind you why it's great to live in Missoula, and they support Missoula Osprey Baseball. Get out and enjoy America's pastime this year, and remember, Missoula Osprey Baseball is so much fun, you'll drop your fish. This message by Mountain States Collision Repair, 721-0881, reminding you to get out and watch Missoula Osprey Baseball this summer.
Andy's Hardwood specializes in all types of hardwood floors. Whether you're looking for a new floor, to remodel, or just repair your existing hardwood floor, Andy's crew can take care of it. Andy's Hardwood is locally owned and operated. It's a family company serving Missoula for over 5 years. No job is too big or too small, residential or commercial. Andy's Hardwood. Call them at 239-7354. Mention the Osprey and receive the Osprey special. Call 239-7354 or see their ad in the yellow pages. And go Fish Hawks.
Well, everybody's heard about a bird.
The Missoula Osprey have room for your group to come out and enjoy a game with your own private barbecue. Your Osprey group barbecue includes your selection of hamburgers or hot dogs, chips, and macaroni or potato salad. Your group will also get a disposable camera to capture the moment and a public address announcement at the game. What better way to go to an Osprey baseball game than by having your very own group barbecue? Give them a call, 543-3300. Missoula Osprey Baseball. So much fun, you'll drop your fish. You're listening to the Missoula Osprey Pioneer League Baseball on 1340 KYLT, Missoula. Fisher Communications.
So we move on to the bottom of the fourth inning with a 1-all tie between the Osprey and Angels here tonight from Play Ball Park. Hope you're enjoying the game wherever you're listening around the area, or if you're listening on the World Wide Web at MissoulaOsprey.com. I'm Tim Boulware, Clay Eichner, our producer engineer, back in our studios tonight. Richard Mercado leading off with DH. Grounded out to the second base of Lay his first time up. Nick Ryan on the mound, pitches, and Mercado first pitch swinging. High pop-up, left field, shallow ground, trotting in Mike Perdomo as he'll call for it and makes the catch. And 1 man out. And a real difference in this division race in the South. Certainly it's an intriguing race. Idaho Falls 18 and 15 ranked. Provo, the team playing the Osprey tonight, also 8 and 15. But the division, the first real significant game might have come a few days ago in Provo as they battle the Helena Brewers. Helena at one point led 11-2 in the game as Javier Brito, the first baseman, steps in. He'll swing at the pitch and drive into right center field. Long run for Giannotti, and then the right fielder coming over and runs. Last second effort makes the catch, stretching out his glove side hand. 2 men out. But the real difference might have been Helena led 11-2 over Provo down at Larry H. Miller Field. Their bullpen had been spent. They throw Dallas Bates, a position player, and he's tattooed for 10 runs, and Provo comes back to win the game by 1 run. That might be a huge difference in this race in the South. Pitch, swing, and miss. In a way, it's kind of reminiscent of Billings and Great Falls having a rainout that they weren't able to reschedule because Billings had to make up a doubleheader here at Play Ball Park. And swinging the ball fouled off. Billings right now a game and a half out against Helena, but if both teams finish with the same amount of losses, Helena gets the first half title because they'll actually have one more victory. That happened to the Osprey a few years ago as well, 2001, I believe. The 0-2, the pitch and the ball grounded. Shortstop up with it, Sean Rodriguez firing over to first and getting the out of Bahaja, which ends the Osprey bottom of the fourth inning. For the third consecutive inning, the Osprey go without a hit, and we move on to the fifth. Angels 1, Osprey likewise.
Whether you're here for a ball game or a nice family weekend, the Campus Inn is the perfect place to stay. The Campus Inn is only moments away from Play Ball Park and Washington Grizzly Stadium. The Campus Inn prides itself on its family-friendly environment. You can work up an appetite in their new indoor pool and 2 hot tubs, then settle in for their free continental breakfast. Come sleep next to the Grizzlies and nest with the Osprey at the Campus Inn, the official hotel of the Missoula Osprey, located off the Broadway I-90 exit.
Sports fans, don't miss another great play again. Team up with Dish Network from 5-Star Satellite and get free installation on up to 4 receivers, including a free DVR upgrade. Pause live TV, skip recorded commercials, and get the Missoula local. Call 5-Star Satellite at 251-5300 for details. Don't miss out. Get Dish Network from 5-Star Satellite at 251-5300.
All prices of packages subject to change without notice. Channels may vary. Certain local channels may require an additional antenna installed by Dish Network free of any charge. $4.98 monthly video on demand service fee applies. Offer ends 7/31/04.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Hey, Osprey fans, the Missoula Osprey, Fuddruckers, and KECI-TV are happy to introduce the new Ollie's Kids Club. Ollie Osprey invites kids 2 to 12 years old to join. Membership includes 2 free tickets to every Sunday Osprey home game, an Ollie Kids Club t-shirt, membership card, exclusive autograph session with the Osprey players, and free Fuddruckers kids meal. All this for just $10. Get your application to join today by visiting the Osprey office. Missoula Osprey Baseball. So much fun, you'll drop your fish.
Top of the fifth inning here from the ballpark. 1-all your score, Angels and Osprey. Here in the top of the fifth inning from Play Ball Park. Certainly the best facility in this league, and one of the best in minor league baseball when it's all said and done. And it just looks better and better day after day, and you really begin to appreciate how fine this facility is each and every single day you come to it. Here comes the batter, Mike Perdomo, the left fielder, who flied out to right his first time up against Ben Krantz, who's thrown 56 pitches so far. 1-all the score, top of the fifth, the pitch. And this one is outside for a ball. 85-mile-per-hour fastball from Krantz. 1-0 the count, the next pitch, and this one dealt up high. It's 2-0. Perdomo, the left fielder, be followed by top of the order, Richard Giannotti, center fielder, Nate Sutton at third. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch, and the ball grounded. A high hop, shortstop lost control of the ball. As trying to backhand field in front of his face, Oliveras. And I'm sure that will be ruled a hit because of the high hop. But you never know. Perdomo reaching first base, nevertheless. Oliveras really had to range a far way over there in the hole. And a high hop, too, which this field has taken a lot of high hops tonight. It'll be ruled a hit. Field single for Perdomo, the pitch, and the ball bunted out in front of the mound. Krantz can't field it, but recovering Bruce that thrown up first for the out. Then no one covering third, so Oliveras had to come over there to make sure that the runner didn't advance and Perdomo to third. That was a smart play there by Oliveras. That could have turned very hairy for the Osprey. It was a 5-3 sacrifice, and Perdomo moving on to second. Richard Giannotti with a nice bunt. Here comes Nate Sutton. Sutton has struck out swing and single tonight, scoring the only run for the Angels so far. Crancy on the mound, Ben Krantz, and his pitch. And this one missing, well, they call it a strike of the knee. Late call from Brett Robson. 0-1. 1-all your score, top of the fifth inning. Osprey led with a run in the bottom of the first, but the Angels came back with one of their own in the third. And the pitch, and a changeup this time. Check swing didn't go around since Clint Lawson, the base umpire, on a check swing for Nate Sutton. A ball and a strike. About time for a Bob Solback scoreboard from around the major leagues. Visit Bob at 120 West Broadway in Missoula. Bob So and Back. The 1-1, the pitch. The ball grounded sharply. Third baseman turned the glove. Derek Bruce throwing across the diamond to Midell. And remaining at second base, Perdomo. Now bring up Sean Rodriguez, and this guy, dangerous hitter, the leading hitter in the league. They might decide just to pitch around this gentleman in Rodriguez. National League first, Colorado and Arizona yet to get underway. So has San Diego and L.A. They have yet to get underway. Cubs defeated Philadelphia tonight 5-1 from the new Citizens Bank Park. Pittsburgh 6, Cincinnati 3. That's the final as well. Montreal 2, Florida 1, top of the ninth. France checking second, deals to Rodriguez. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Atlanta and the Mets were postponed due to the raindrops. Milwaukee leading Houston 5-3 in the bottom of the sixth. San Francisco 6, St. Louis 1. And that game in the seventh inning. American League in a few moments. The 0-1, swing and miss, 0-2. We'll probably save that for the top of the sixth inning for you. Rodriguez down 0-2. Krantz on the mound, trying to leave the potential go-ahead runner. Perdomo left stranded at second. Angels have left 4 men tonight, 2 in the second and 2 in the third. 1-all the score on the top of the fifth. Krantz steals the pitch. And outside with a fastball. Not by much. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. With the Osprey and the scheme tied up with the Angels at 1 apiece. And Krantz shakes off the side. Now ready. And the 1-2, the pitch. And this just misses outside. Took a little bit off that one. With a change up 2-2. Well off the line, right field, Miguel Matos. The Angels looking for the go-ahead run, but the Osprey trying to prevent that with Krantz on the mound. 2-2. And the pitch. And a swing and a pop-up. Left side of the infield, now in shallow left field, backing up. Oliveras, the shortstop, battles the wind and makes the catch. Side retire for the Angels to get a infield single to lead off the inning from Perdomo, but he's left stranded at second as we move on to the bottom of the fifth inning. As the Osprey 1 even with the Angels here at Play Ball Park.
Insurance and investment issues are becoming more complex every day. That's why you need an expert to sort it all out. Greg Sauter of Sauter Financial has 26 years of trusted experience in insurance and investments. Because he independently represents more than 20 companies, he can provide cost-effective insurance for individuals and businesses in areas of medical, life, disability, or long-term care. If you're self-employed, talk to Greg about ways to use Uncle Sam to subsidize your medical costs. And if you're investing for the future, Sauter Financial offers creative strategies for wealth protection. Sauter Financial, open 9 to 5 at 1008 South Avenue West.
Hi, this is Willie from Wireless Connection. As a baseball fan, I'm proud that we're a sponsor of Osprey radio broadcast. If you haven't been to the new ballpark yet, you've got to check it out. Wireless Connection is your local Verizon Wireless authorized dealer in Missoula. We pride ourselves on being the best at what we do, and like the Osprey, we always put our best foot forward. If you haven't switched yet to America's best wireless network, stop by and see us at Wireless Connection. We're in Russell Square. That's 39th and Russell, next to Albertsons, or inside the Bond Macy's. Wireless Connection, nationwide Verizon wireless service locally.
Allergy season is here, so if you're affected, now's the time to be evaluated by an expert at the Allergy and Asthma Center. Dr. Wayne Sinclair and Physician Assistant Dave Mangold are specially trained in treating allergies and asthma. Allergic disease is controlled by the body's very complex immune system, and there are many options towards treatment. Find out which one is most effective for you. Dr. Sinclair is board certified by the American Board of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, and along with PA Dave Mangold, provide excellent care and treatment. The Allergy and Asthma Center, near Community Medical Center, call 721-4540.
Bottom of the fifth inning here from Play Ball Park. 1-all the score. Angels and Osprey. Travis Gulick leads off, the left fielder for the Osprey tonight against Nick Green, who's only thrown 38 pitches for the first 4 innings of work. And allowed just 2 hits, both of them coming in the first inning when the Osprey scored their only run. The pitch to Gulick, and a slider swing and miss. Goes to strike 1. Cover the American League scoreboard here in just a moment. Brought to you by our friends at Bob Sulenvac. And the 0-1, the pitch to Gulick, and he'll swing a little dribbler right of the down. Nick Green fields, and then underhand flips to the first baseman. And Clifton Remelay, a man out. Since the walk allowed by Miguel Matos in the third, Green has now retired 6 men in a row. He has been in quite a groove. American League scoreboard now. Battle of the Yankees and Red Sox. And it's a 7-all game in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 the score, Kansas City and Cleveland in the bottom of the 9th inning. And a pitch and a cut and miss for Francisco Rodriguez. Rodriguez has grounded out tonight to the second baseman in Leahy. 0-1 to Frankie in the pitch, and he'll swing and pop it up. Third base side, foul ground, long run. Nate Sutton will see the ball drift out of play. And it quickly goes 0-2 on Rodriguez. Toronto defeated Tampa Bay tonight 7-4. Minnesota leads Baltimore 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. And the White Sox leading Detroit 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning as well. 2 games have yet to start. Seattle and Anaheim, Oakland hosting Texas with a great pitching matchup. The pitch and the ball stroked left field, and it will be well foul, sailing out beyond the lawn in the corner of this ballpark in left field. Kenny Rogers, a 12-game winner, goes for Texas tonight, and then Mark Mulder, a 13-game winner, goes for Oakland. That is quite a pitching matchup. And that will occur a little bit later on. The 0-2, the pitch, and the ball down low to Rodriguez. 1-2 now the count, as Nick Green on the mound for the Angels in a 1-all game. The pitch on the 1-2, and dealt a swing, a little pop-up in the infield on the mound. Nick Green calling and making the catch. Rather unusual to have all these infield pop-ups tonight. He's had a number of them off the Osprey bats. Gulick with a pop-up in the infield to first in the second inning. Oliver's popped up to the pitcher. And a couple of sideline drives as well, and then the pop-up here by Rodriguez here in the 5th with now 2 men out. And here comes Juan Oliveira, so cut and miss at a curveball for strike 1. Game even at 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch and a swing and miss. It goes to strike 2. Green working very quickly, having thrown only 47 pitches. He's ready to go again. Oliveira's not quite ready yet. This is where the batter has to call for time. Affect the rhythm, and a swing and miss on a slider and a strikeout. So Oliveira strikes out on 3 consecutive pitches. And for Green, that is just his first strikeout of the night. And the Osprey sit down in order for the second consecutive inning. 8 men in a row sit down by Green. We head on to the 6th. The Osprey won, the Angels won.
Here's a great idea from the Broadway Sports Bar and Grill. Before you take yourself out to the ball game, take yourself out for a delicious meal at the Broadway. You'll have plenty of time for your favorite Broadway sandwich or dinner entree because the Broadway is just blocks away from the new stadium. And here's a great deal from the Broadway. When the Osprey are at home, after the game, bring in your game night ticket stub and get a free domestic draft beer or well drink. The Broadway Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Missoula Osprey Baseball.
Are you keeping your eyes on the ball? Winning in baseball requires focus on many details. For professional assistance with building your financial game plan, contact Frankie or Deirdre at Flaherty Financial Services Incorporated at 549-6718 or 1-888-310-6718.
Securities offered through American General Securities Incorporated, 2727 Allen Parkway, Houston, Texas, 77019. Member NASD SIPC. Member of American International Group Incorporated. Flaherty Financial Services Incorporated is a separate entity from any member of AIG.
For the really tough stains, dirt, mud, grass, and sweat, it takes powerful laundry equipment to get a thorough clean. Mullen Station Laundromat is the best of the best. Mullen Station is the official laundromat of the Missoula Osprey. Clean, state-of-the-art machines ensure your laundry is done right. And at Mullen Station, soap is on the house. To make the time pass quickly, great gaming is available, as well as the coldest beer in town, all in one location. So step up to the plate. Be washer at Mullen Station.
Mullen Station, at the station, at the station,
at the corner of Mullen and Reserve.
Top of the sixth inning here from Play Ball Park, and Ben Krantz remains on the mound for the Missoula Osprey. 1-all your score between the Angels and Osprey in the sixth. Andrew Toussaint, the DH, Clifton Remele, first baseman, Ben Johnson, the catcher, all will bat in this inning. It's the 4, 5, and 6 men in Tom Kochman's lineup. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire playing on the PA right now. I like that song. 1-1 your score here in a very windy evening here at Play Ball Park. And the lights are about to be turned on. And I know every night that they're turned on because they're turned on right in front of me. Angels 1, Osprey 1, and Ben Krantz ready to go to work here in the sixth, and the pitch, and missing down low off the plate to Andrew Toussaint, who has been hit by a pitch and singled tonight, bringing in a run, his 31st RBI of the year for Toussaint. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch, this one fired upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Krantz has only allowed 4 hits, 2 of them collected in the third inning when the Angels scored their only run, an unearned run off Krantz. The 2-0, and the ball swatted deep to left field, but well foul, and out towards the speed pitch out there in the concourse in the left field corner of this facility, Play Ball Park. 2 balls and a strike. Ben Krantz on the mound, and the Osprey even up with the Angels at 1 apiece. And Krantz with a 2-1, he deals the pitch upstairs, and it goes to 3-1. Andrew Toussaint, who in the series has 4 hits collected and 10 at-bats, and has driven in 3. The 3-1, the pitch, and a cut and miss on a high fastball from Krantz. It goes 4, 3-2. I saw some people from the Montana School of Massage out here a little bit earlier on. We need this in the booth. The ball grounded towards third, and up with it, Bruce heaving it over to first, a man out. So 1 man retired here in the top of the sixth inning, and let's go over our trivia question tonight, brought to you by our friends at Andy's Hardwood, serving all your hardwood floor needs. Andy's Hardwood, give them a call, 239-7354. That's 239-7354. Or see our ad in the yellow pages. We wanted to know who were the first 2 teams ever to permanently put numbers on the back of their jerseys. And a pitch and a fastball for a strike to Clifton Remele. Struck out swinging and lined out to the third baseman and Derek Bruce. Krantz working quickly, and the breaking ball this time missing, and it's 1-1. It surprisingly occurred in 1929. Surprising that before that there were no numbers to the back of the jersey. And a pitch, at least on a permanent basis, the ball fouled off. 1-2. 1 team to do it. We wanted 1 of 2 teams to get the right answer tonight. 1 team to do it, the New York Yankees. They did it. Babe Ruth was number 3. That was his position in the lineup. Lou Gehrig, number 4. Corresponding to their batting order. The 1-2 check swing, go out. No, he didn't. It's Clint Lawson behind first base. The base umpire says no swing for Remillard, 2-2. The other team that did it, and they did it on a temporary basis in 1916, they did it permanently in 1929. The pitch on the 2-2, missing down low with a fastball, 3-2 to Remillard. The Cleveland Indians did it, 1929. So they joined the Yankees as the first two teams ever to put numbers on the back of their jerseys permanently. The ball grounded and going down to his knees, Brito behind the first base bag. He goes to the bag unassisted, 2 men out. Now coming up, Ben Johnson. Johnson had single tonight, lined out to the center fielder in Bahaja. 1-all to score, top of the 6th, so that's your Andy Hardwood trivia question for the night. We'll do it again tomorrow with another trivia question. Jimmy retired with Johnson settling in. Ben Krantz on the mound. Shadows stretching across the home plate area right now. A little bit difficult to bat this time, but the lights have been turned on. The pitch and a swing and miss with a breaking ball from Krantz, 0-1. Krantz, this would far and away be his best outing of the year since the 6 shutout innings he had against Billings on July 8th right here at Play Ball Park, which he only allowed 1 hit, struck out 5 without walking anybody. 0-1, the ball fouled off towards the third base dugout of the Osprey. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 men out, 1-all to score. Angels and Osprey here in the 6th. Krantz on the mound and is 0-2 to Johnson. Misses in the dirt. Nice job smothering it by Wilkin Castillo. 1-2 now to count. Trees swaying in the breeze here beyond the outfield wall. Nice gathering in right center watching the game from McCormick Park. 1-2. Krantz on the hill and knocks at the side from the full windup. He'll deal the 1-2, the pitch, and a swing on a line drive. Center field's going to drop in and almost overhopped Bahaja on the high hop right there, but he's lucky he leaped up there and prevented Johnson from thinking about going for extra bases. It is a 2-out hit for the Angels, their 5th hit of the night. And we'll send it to the plate, Ryan Leahy, sitting the inning for him for the second baseman for the Angels. He's reached out in air and popped out to the shortstop tonight. Ben Krantz on the mound and his stretch. He deals with a pitch and the ball grounded. Shortstop Olivares with it. Throws the short way to second to Rodriguez. Retiring Johnson 6-4 on the forced out and ending the Angels top of the 6th. No runs, a hit with 1 man left on base. We sail on to the bottom half of the inning. If the Angels won, the Osprey likewise.
Laundry can be a real grind, but Superwash has made things easier. Superwash is the largest coin-op laundry in town, with 2 convenient locations, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue. Superwash also offers same-day drop-off service so you can drop it off and pick it up within hours. Clean, reliable, and convenient. Your laundry grind just got a little bit easier. Superwash, where they wash every day. And make sure when you're at Play Ball Park, wave your Superwash K cards. Superwash, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue.
Hi, this is Jürgen from Bayern Brewing Company. Hometown baseball and hometown Bayern beer. What a great tradition. All our beers, Amber, Pilsner, Telstar, and our seasonal specialties are brewed right here in our new location at 1507 Montana Street, where you can visit 7 days a week. At Bayern, we say pros to our traditions. Missoula Osprey Baseball and Missoula's Bayern Beer. Available here in the stadium and at your favorite store or tavern.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Every one of us has celebrated a birthday, but how about celebrating your birthday at a Missoula Osprey baseball game? For only $60, your group of 10 people will receive a ticket to the game and pregame barbecue with a hot dog, chips, and a drink. You'll also get a personalized birthday cake, autographs from Osprey players, and much more. Book your party today by calling the Osprey office, 543-3300, and celebrate your birthday Osprey style. Missoula Osprey baseball, so much fun, you'll drop your fish.
About the 6th inning here from Play Ball Park. 1-all your score in the Peanut inning here at the ballpark. The Osprey looking for some offense. They have been retired 8 men in a row since Wagalao de Matos. With 1 man out in the 3rd inning by Nick Green, who's been in firm control right now. Only throwing 48 pitches so far. Miguel Matos, who was the last man to reach successfully against Green, will be the man to lead off this inning for the Osprey. He's added in the leadoff spot in the lineup over the past week. And the pitch time is called abruptly. Apparently a ball escaped from the bullpen area of the Angels, and they're going to get a couple men starting to warm up now in their pen. It's only the third start for Green, so he may not go as long as some might anticipate in this game. The pitch outside, 1-0. Next pitch by Green, and Matos takes outside for ball 2. So it goes to a 2-0 count. The Osprey with just 2 hits, both collected in the first inning tonight. One an infield hit. And the pitch, and a cut and miss with a slider from Green. It goes to 2-1. The right-hander warming up in the bullpen. Pretty much most of the Provo Angels are right-handers. They only have 3 lefties in their entire pitching staff. The 2-1 fastball up and in, backing away the batter from the plate. The lefties, one's Kyle Kowalczyk. Another one, Jamie Douglas, and then starter Anthony Whittington, who we saw on Wednesday. The left-handed pitch and the high chopper going over to the third baseman. Nate Sutton throws it across the diamond, getting the out of Matos. Now 9 men in a row sit down by Nick Green. And this will bring up Derek Bruce with an infield single on the first, and the line out solidly to the shortstop, and Rodriguez. 1 on your score here, bottom of the 6th. Osprey with a long run in the first inning on an RBI ground out, actually, to second by Richard Mercado. That brought in Miguel Matos. And a double steal helped the Osprey out in that inning, with Matos stealing third and Bruce steal second, his first steal of the year. Swinging the ball fouled off by Bruce, 0-1. Derek Bruce awaits the pitch from Green, and this one dealt low and away for a ball. 1-1 now to count. Finale of the series will be tomorrow night. Green works quickly to pitch, and Bruce lifts this one right field. Renz with a long run, and the ball go out of play. It's 1-2 on Derek Bruce. In that series finale tomorrow night, Shane Dove goes for the Osprey, 2-3 with a 4.36 ERA. He'll go against Billy Lehman, 0-1 with a 2.40 earned run average for Provo. And then Ogden comes in at 5 o'clock on Sunday to begin a 3-game series. The only time we'll see Ogden this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bruce. The pitch reaches out and grounds it left side, and the ball booted by Rodriguez. Now, quite possibly be an error on him, but Nate Sutton actually cut in front of the shortstop and trying to make the fielding play well off to his left. The error is going to go on the shortstop, but you really got to blame Sutton there. If he couldn't reach it, he's got to let Rodriguez take it. Now, the third baseman is instructed anything he can get to. He has the ability to do that, but Sutton has got to realize his range right there. So an error on the Angels, and that's just their first of the night. Green on the mound, and Castillo batting in the pitch, and a swing and a soft line drive. Right center field, a base hit. Cutting off the ball, Perdomo. Into third base goes Bruce as the throw hits the cutoff man of Rodriguez. And now runners at first and third, and this will send us to the plate, Richard Mercado. The Osprey, their first hit since they collected 2 in the first inning. And here comes Richard Mercado with an RBI ground out tonight and a fly off the left. Catcher Ben Johnson goes out to the mound to talk with his pitcher, Nick Green. This will also allow some time for the bullpen to work for the Provo Angels. Warming up for the Provo Angels, number 40 and Ronnie Ray. Was actually slated to be the scheduled starter until a late scratch a couple days ago. And a pitch and a swing and ball fouled off by Mercado. Ray is typically a starter. Ray also has had the affinity of walking people this year. That may have been one of the reasons he was lifted as the starter for tonight's game. He leads the league in walks to the pitch line into center field, a base hit. Bruce Schwartz in the score. The second RBI for Mercado tonight. And the Osprey now lead 2-1 over the Angels. So now back-to-back hits, and Bruce counted the score from third. Castillo the second, and the Osprey now lead 2-1 here at the ballpark. Here comes Javier Brito, 0 for 2 on the night. And for Mercado with his second RBI tonight, now gives him 13 for the year. And just his 21st game, so he's come on with a flurry lately. By the way, he has 9 of his 13 RBIs against Provo this year. And here's Brito, the pitch by Green, and the ball grounded. Third baseman up with it going to the back. Sutton now throws to first, and a double play against the bat of Brito. And he goes 5-3, but the Osprey do get on in the inning. They get a run unearned against Green on 2 hits and air. And the man left on base. We move on to the 7th. Osprey 2, Eagles 1.
Montana First Credit Union would like to wish the 2004 Missoula Osprey the best of luck in their quest for the Pioneer League Championship. Montana First Credit Union is proud to be a supporter of Missoula Osprey and would like to invite you to find out why Montana First Credit Union will always go to bat for you. Like the Osprey, Montana's First Credit Union is proud of their past and prepared for your future. Good luck, Missoula Osprey, from your friends at Montana First Credit Union. It's your call. Montana Wireless is introducing the biggest thing that has happened to the Internet and phone. Unlimited local and long-distance calls to anywhere in the U.S. or Canada, plus voicemail, caller ID, call waiting, call forwarding, and a local phone number, all for only $29.99 per month and only from Montana Wireless. Now you can make unlimited local and long-distance phone calls, have high-speed Internet, and it's all on one bill. How convenient is that? Call Montana Wireless today at 542-3444 for your Internet home phone service. Montana Wireless, simply the best.
Allergy season is here, so if you're affected, now's time to be evaluated by an expert at the Allergy and Asthma Center. Dr. Wayne Sinclair and Physician Assistant Dave Mangold are specially trained to treat allergies and asthma. Allergic disease is controlled by the body's very complex immune system, and there are many options towards treatment. Find out which one is most effective for you. Dr. Sinclair is board certified by the American Board of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, and along with PA Dave Mangold, provide excellent care and treatment. The Allergy and Asthma Center, near Community Medical Center, call 721-4540.
So the Osprey lead now 2-1 here at the ballpark as we embark on the 7th inning here. Getting to the late innings. And Ben Krantz on the mound for the Osprey. And he has thrown very well indeed tonight. 1 run given up on 5 hits and the run unearned by the Angels in the 3rd inning. So the Osprey lead 2-1 over the Angels here in the 7th. Leading off be J.R. Renz, who's ground to a double play and grounded back to the pitcher. 1-3. 83 pitches thrown by Krantz tonight. Osprey 2, Angels 1. And the throw goes down to second by Castillo, and we're about to get underway here in the 7th inning. Some stirring in the bullpen area. Then Davis starts to get up, but he has not started to throw yet. They'll seek a bullpen catcher, and we may see him coming up there in a few moments. Renz the lead off here in the 7th inning, and the Osprey leading 2-1 over the Angels. A very big game for the Angels indeed, and the pitch and the breaking ball for a strike. A big game for the Osprey as well, especially if we get the tiebreakers in the second half. But this overall record could determine the playoff slot. The 0-1, the pitch, and a check swing, and then go around. And if the Osprey can close out with a flurry, they do appeal, and the appeal denied by the base umpire Clint Lawson. But if the Osprey can stay around the pack and then have a good second half, they might have themselves immensely by winning these final few games in the first half of the year. The pitch outside. Now a left-hander gets up, and I believe, and it is, Todd Stein starts to throw. Davis does not throw yet. The pitch is strike, and 2-2 to Renz. Mike Perdomo, the left fielder, to follow for the Angels. The Osprey lead 2-1 now in the 7th inning, and a throw escapes from the bullpen area again for the Angels. Rolls out onto the field and will finally be corralled. 2-2 the count with the outfield straight away, and the Osprey up by just 1 against the Angels. Krantz with his 2-2 pitch, and this one outside with a fastball, 88 miles per hour, 3-2. That is a good sign, though, for Ben Krantz. He is getting His fastball up in the upper 80s, even at this time, near the 90 pitch count. Down to Julio George, left-handed throwing start in the bullpen. Swing and miss a fastball for a strikeout of Lenz. For Ben Krantz, it's just his third strikeout of the night. And here comes Mike Perdomo with a fly out to right and an infield single. 2-1 to score. The Osprey leading the Angels here tonight. And Krantz throwing his 90th pitch with a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Ronnie Ray has stopped throwing in the Angels' pen. Osprey with two pitchers throwing. A breaking ball, strike 2, 0-2 with Julio, the right-hander, and Stein, the lefty. Missoula leading 2-1. Krantz with the 0-2 pitch and a breaking ball, grounded high. Hopper, second baseman up with it. Rodriguez on the first, 2-man out. 2-man out here in the 7th, bring up Richard Giannotti. Giannotti with a fly out, a ground out, and a bunt tonight. Osprey on top, 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning, and Giannotti will step in, hitting from the left side. Ben Krantz's first appearance against Provo, and it's been dynamite. The pitch and a strike call. The fastball, 0-1. Ben Krantz on the mound, and nods at the sign. His next pitch on the 0-1, and Dalton hurts. Krantz seeking his first victory since July 8th against Billings. A game in which the Osprey won that night 3-0. The Osprey's second shutout of the year, the 1-1, the pitch a little high, 2-1. The Osprey with 2 shutouts on the season. And that actually is time for the high water mark in the league. There's 2-1, the cut and miss with a slider from Krantz, and it's 2-2. The other team with 2 shutouts, Great Falls, who actually leads the league in the area right now, 4.69 as a team. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Giannotti. Krantz with a pitch, and it's fouled right back. It remains 2-2 with 2 men out. The Osprey will run in the first tonight, a run in the 6th. Long run for the Angels. Unearned run against Krantz in the 3rd. 2-2. Krantz. The 2-2 pitch. Curve and a little pop-up flare, but it'll be playable. Oliveira's backpedaling from short, and he makes the catch in shallow center. Krantz very easily could have thrown his foul inning tonight, but he looks smooth as silk right there. And dispatching of Provo, 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at Play Ball Park. Osprey 2, Angels 1.
Insurance and investment issues are becoming more complex every day. That's why you need an expert to sort it all out. Greg Sauter of Sauter Financial has 26 years of trusted experience in insurance and investments. Because he independently represents more than 20 companies, he can provide cost-effective insurance for individuals and businesses in areas of medical, life, disability, or long-term care. If you're employed, talk to Greg about ways to use Uncle Sam to subsidize your medical costs. And if you're in debt for the future, Sauter Financial offers creative strategies for wealth protection. Sauter Financial, open 9 to 5 at 1008 South Avenue West.
Hi, this is Willie from Wireless Connection. As a baseball fan, I'm proud that we're a sponsor of Osprey Radio broadcast. If you haven't been to the new ballpark yet, you've got to check it out. Wireless Connection is your local Verizon Wireless authorized dealer in Missoula. We pride ourselves on being the best at what we do, and like the Osprey, we always put our best foot forward. If you haven't switched yet to America's best wireless network, stop by and see us at Wireless Connection. We're in Russell Square. That's 39th and Russell, next to Albertsons, or inside the Bond Macy's. Wireless Connection, nationwide Verizon wireless service locally.
Here's a great idea from the Broadway Sports Bar and Grill. Before you take yourself out to the ball game, take yourself out for a delicious meal at the Broadway. You'll have plenty of time for your favorite Broadway sandwich or dinner entree because the Broadway is just blocks away from the new stadium. And here's a great deal from the Broadway. When the Osprey are at home, after the game, bring in your game night kit stub and a free domestic draft beer or wet drink. The Broadway Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Missoula Osprey Baseball.
Our first call to the Bitterroot Wireless bullpen tonight. And Bitterroot Wireless, of course, Western Montana's largest authorized Verizon Wireless agent with locations in Stevensville, Hamilton, Missoula, Helena, and Kalispell. Stop by the location nearest you for all your wireless needs. First pitch strike to Josh Bahaja. A couple of groundouts tonight And he'll swing a little dribbler up the third base line, picking up with a bare hand. Justin, the catcher, throws to first and in time to get the speed of Haja. That was quite a play there from Johnson, and a man out. The pitcher on the mound now for the Angels, Ronnie Ray, who checks in, and he was the scheduled starter up until a couple days ago. 2-2 with a 4.74 ERA. First appearance out of 10, seventh appearance altogether, 24 and 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned. He has walked a league 20 batters and struck out 20 batters, hitting .221 against them. Here's Travis Gulick 0 for 2 and a grounded to the third baseman. Booted though and staying with it. Sutton throws to first and stretching out and hitting the Dick Remele. Stays on the bag. 2 men out. Remele lucky they didn't get spiked there in some way. They sprawled out of ground to stay on the bag. 2 men down. And the Osprey are definitely not being patient against the guy who leads the league in walks in Ronnie Ray. Here's Francisco Rodriguez, 0 for 2. 2-1, Osprey leading. Bottom of the seventh, the pitch, and Rodriguez shows bunt the pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Missoula leads by 1. Next pitch. And a swing, a little dribbler. Sutton takes it and then throws to first, and the third baseman guns down Rodriguez. The Osprey go quickly in the seventh with Nelly and Cross. Heading to the eighth, Osprey 2, Angels 1.
Vaccination and preventative are 2 words that don't go hand in hand.
2 words that address both those words are Jiffy Lube.
A regular oil change is like taking an aspirin a day. It's preventative care that will save you a bunch with better gas mileage and fewer large repair bills.
If you procrastinate, you'll pay later. The neighborhood Jiffy Lube is fast, efficient, and inexpensive. That's why they're called the well-oiled machine.
2 words that will save you money. Jiffy Lube, your neighbors with 5 Missoula locations.
Mountain States Collision knows it's finally summer, and with that comes sunshine, the smell of freshly cut grass, and the boys of summer. The Missoula Osprey are back for another great season, and they have a new home. Mountain States Collision Repair would like to remind you why it's great to live in Missoula, and they support Missoula Osprey Baseball. Get out and enjoy America's pastime this year, and remember, Missoula Osprey Baseball is so much fun, you'll drop your fish. This message by Mountain States Collision Repair, 721-0881, reminding you to get out and watch Missoula Osprey Baseball this summer.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
The Missoula Osprey have room for your group to come out and enjoy a game with your own private barbecue. Your Osprey Group Barbecue includes your selection of hamburgers or hot dogs, chips, and macaroni or potato salad. Your group will also get a disposable camera to capture the moment and a public address announcement at the game. What better way to go to an Osprey baseball game than by having your very own group barbecue? Give them a call, 543-3300. Missoula Osprey Baseball. So much fun, you'll drop your fish.
Second call for the Missoula Wireless bullpen goes to Dowell Julio in relief of Ben Krantz for tonight's game, and Krantz seeking his second victory of the year. Go over his numbers in just a moment. But in the meantime, Bitterroot Wireless, Western Montana's largest authorized Verizon wireless agent with locations in Stevensville, Hamilton, Missoula, Allen, Kalispell. Stop by location nearest you for all your wireless needs. Julio last time out now got a loss, so he'll look to redeem himself tonight. Trying to keep this win intact for Ben Krantz. Julio this year is 2-1, even 3 ERA, 11th appearance, which leads the Osprey squad. 18 innings with 17 hits, 6 runs all earned. 4 walks, 13 strikeouts, and batters hitting .246 against them. Ben Krantz, 7 innings of 1-run ball, but it was an unearned run off Krantz tonight. 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and a hit batter. For the second time this season that Ben Krantz is not allowed to walk in his outing. The other time, a victory against Billings on July 8th, in which he pitched 6 shutout innings and only allowed 1 hit. Nate Sutton will lead off. He has singled, scored the only run for the Angels tonight, 1 for 3. 2-1 for the Osprey, top of the 8th. Julio sights the sign and deals the pitch, and showing bunt, the batter went right through the pitch for strike 1. Donald Julio on the mound for the Missoula Osprey. Julio, a couple appearances against Provo this year. Last time out, a couple of nights ago, got the loss of the pitch, and ball fouled off by Nate Sutton. It quickly goes to 0-2, and that appearance, 2 2/3 innings for Julio with 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Back in Provo, he threw 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 hit, a run that was earned. That was on July 15th. The pitch, and trying to check his swing sudden, went around too far. Castillo spins and throws the first. The catcher getting out sudden. First strikeout for Julio here in the eighth. And here comes Sean Rodriguez. He has reached for on an air tonight, but been held in check 0 for 3. Osprey 2, Angels 1 here in the eighth inning. And Rodriguez settles in with Julio on the mound. And his pitch, and he deals, and it is a strike at the knees with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Stein continues to work in the Osprey bullpen. Todd Stein from Illinois State. 0-1. And the pitch. The ball chopped foul over the third base dugout of the Osprey. 0-2. Stein got his first professional save on the road trip in Ogden. No balls, 2 strikes. A man out, and Julio on the mound now in relief of Krantz. 2-1 for the Osprey here in the eighth. The pitch, and a swing and a pop-up by Rodriguez, but it's fouled right back. Castillo give it a look, but it will land out of play and on top of the roof. And that has got to be a scary sound, I'll tell you, when you anticipate everybody looking back your way. 0-2. Count holding on Rodriguez. Third round draft choice out of high school last year. The 0-2, the pitch, and a cut and miss. A slider strikeout by Julio. Strikes out back-to-back men here in the eighth. Here's Andrew Toussaint. Toussaint with a single and an RBI earlier in the game in the third inning off Krantz. He is officially gone 1 for 2 tonight, been hit by a pitch as well. Osprey 2, Angels 1. Top of the eighth inning here from the ballpark. Julio, his pitch, and a breaking ball for a strike. It goes to 0-1. The Osprey just 3-7 in one-run games this year. No balls and a strike. And the pitch, and trying to check his swing. Toussaint went around on a slider, 0-2. Julio working very fast, trying to strike out the side here in the eighth. The 0-2, the pitch in the dirt. A nice job blocking it by Castillo, 1-2. The Osprey up by 1 with an RBI single by Mercado in the sixth, the difference right now. Here's the 1-2, and Julio's pitch, and just misses low with a slider, 2-2. Julio works quickly. 2-2 the count to Toussaint. And the 2-2 offering. The pitch. And strike 3 call with a fastball on the outside corner. Julio strikes out the side here in the eighth. The Angels go down in order. Middle of 8. Osprey 2, Angels 1.
Andy's Hardwood specializes in all types of hardwood floors. Whether you're looking for a new floor to remodel or just repair your existing hardwood floor, Andy's crew can take care of it. Andy's Hardwood is locally owned and operated. It's a family company serving Missoula for over 5 years. No job is too big or too small, residential or commercial. Andy's Hardwood. Call them at 239-7354. Mention the Osprey and receive the Osprey special. Call 239-7354 or see their ad in the yellow pages. And go Fishhawks.
Whether you're here for a ball game or a nice family weekend, the Campus Inn is the perfect place to stay. The Campus Inn is only moments away from Play Ball Park and Washington Grizzly Stadium. The Campus Inn prides itself on its family-friendly environment. You can work up an appetite in their new indoor pool and 2 hot tubs. Then settle in for their free continental breakfast. Come sleep next to the Grizzlies and nest with the Osprey at the Campus Inn, the official hotel of the Missoula Osprey, located off the Broadway I-90 exit.
Well, everybody's heard about the
Hey, Osprey fans, the Missoula Osprey. Fuddruckers and KECI-TV are happy to introduce the new Ollie's Kids Club. Ollie Osprey invites kids 2 to 12 years old to join. Membership includes 2 free tickets to every Sunday Osprey home game, an Ollie Kids Club t-shirt, membership card, exclusive autograph session with the Osprey players, and free Fuddruckers kids meal. All this for just $10. Get your application to join today by visiting the Osprey office. Missoula Osprey Baseball. So much fun, you'll drop your fish.
We now embark on the bottom of the 8th inning with the Osprey leading 2-1, and the first pitch dealt for a strike to Olivares from Ronnie Ray, who remains in the game. You got 3 ground outs in the bottom of the seventh off Osprey batters. And the ball grounded in the hole, and shortstop up with it. Rodriguez throwing to first and getting the out. Once again, it almost looked like Sutton was going to try to cut off the ball as the third baseman. But he let it go through there just in the nick of time, and Rodriguez took control. And Sean Rodriguez throwing out Olivares. 4 groundouts by Ronnie Ray off Osprey batters. And now back to the top of the order, Miguel Matos. Missoula leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the batter will be Miguel Matos, who has singled, scored a run. He's walked and officially gone 1 for 2 tonight. The first pitch dealt for a strike by Ronnie Ray. Ray, 6'3", 190 pounds, from St. Louis, Missouri, a 14th round draft selection in 2002. The next pitch for strike 2 at the knees. Matt Elliott warms up in the Osprey bullpen down the left field line. Elliott already with a couple of saves this season for Missoula. The 0-2, the pitch, and ball fouled off. It remains 2-2 on M squared, Miguel Matos. Ronnie Ray on the mound. And the pitch, trying to check on a high outside fastball, and checking his swing in time is Matos, according to the base umpire Clint Lawson, who did get an appeal. 1-2. And the pitch, and fouled off the foot of Matos. And it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away and a little bit deep right now, with Missoula leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Osprey trying to snap a 4-game losing streak in this game. Ray on the mound, now to the 1-2 is pitch, and dealt upstairs. It's 2-2. Elliott, if you're curious, 2 innings against Provo his last time out with 3 hits and no runs. Walking 1, striking out 3. The pitch in on the hands, a little slow ground ball, setting up with it, third baseman, and he throws it to first, and getting another ground out for Ronnie Ray. 2 men out. Derek Bruce now back. By the way, in that game in which Elliott did appear, he got his first professional save in defeating Provo that night. First save for Elliott. And that was in the 6-4 win for the Osprey over Provo on July 14th. The pitch, and Bruce hammers his ball deep to left center field, back for Domo, but near the warning track, gets underneath it and makes the catch. And the Osprey go down in order in the bottom of the 8th. Well, it's up to Elliott in the 9th inning. It's Missoula 2, the Angels 1.
Sports fans, don't miss another great play again. Team up with Dish Network for 5-star satellite and get free installation on up to 4 receivers, including a free DVR upgrade. Pause live TV, skip recorded commercials, and get the Missoula local. Call 5-star satellite at 251-5300 for details. Don't miss out. Get Dish Network for 5-star satellite at 251-5300.
All prices and packages subject to change without notice. Channels may vary. Certain local channels may require an additional antenna installed by Dish Network free of any charge. $4.98 monthly video on demand. Service fee applies. Offer ends 7/31/04. Laundry can be a real grind, but Superwash has made things easier. Superwash is the largest coin-op laundry in town, with 2 convenient locations, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue. Superwash also offers same-day drop-off service, so you can drop it off and pick it up within hours. Clean, reliable, and convenient. Your laundry grind just got a little bit easier. Superwash, where they wash every day. And make sure when you're at Playball Park, wave your Superwash gate cards. Superwash, 1700 South 3rd Street West and 1502 Toole Avenue.
Hometown baseball is a beautiful thing, and so is Bayern beer. Even though it's made in the German tradition, Bayern Pilsner and Amber beers are made right here in Missoula at Bayern Brewing. Everyone knows Germany is synonymous with great-tasting beer. Stop by your local store or tavern for some frosty Bayern beer. And the brewery at 1507 Montana Street. Missoula Osprey baseball and Missoula brewed Bayern beer. Is this a great life or what?
Does oil running down your arm sound like fun? How about a cracked knuckle or an eye full of 10W30?
Oh, easier is better. An oil change isn't something you want, it's something you need. So why not make it as quick and painless as possible?
Your neighborhood Jiffy Lube knows you want to get in and out fast, yet you expect a full service experience.
Jiffy Lube sells peace of mind. They'll check all the fluids and filters and apprise you of any potential problem areas.
It's quick and painless. It's Jiffy Lube with 5 Missoula locations.
You're listening to the Missoula Osprey, Pioneer League Baseball. on 1340 KYLT, Missoula. Fisher Communications.
Our Bitterroot Wireless call to the bullpen goes to Matt Elliott, trying to notch the save in tonight's game, where the Osprey lead 2-1 here in the ninth inning over the Angels. Bitterroot Wireless, Western Montana's largest authorized Verizon wireless agent, with locations in Stevensville, Hamilton, Missoula, Helena, and Kalispell. Set a location nearest you for all your wireless needs. Matt Elliott for the season, 1-0, no ERA, fourth appearance, 2 saves, 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits off him with 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Batters hitting 200 against him. He's from Dixie State, down in St. George, Utah, as a free agent. The batters that'll face him: Clifton Remley, first baseman; Ben Johnson, the catcher; Ryan Leahy, the second baseman. Remley 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Elliott. Johnson has singled against Elliott, and the only bat that he has faced against Elliott this year. And Leahy 0 for 1, grounding into a double play against Elliott this year. Elliott on the mound and deals to Remley. The first pitch, a fastball, a little low, and it's 1-0. The radar gun clocked it at 89 miles per hour by Elliott. 2-1 for the Osprey, top of the ninth. In at third, Derek Bruce, the pitch. And this time the fastball to the knees, strike 1, 1-1. Remley 0 for 3 tonight. Elliott, his first professional save, came against Provo a week from last Wednesday. And a 1-1 the pitch. And a cut and miss on a fastball, 1-2. Donald Julio in relief of Krantz in his 1 inning of work in the 8th. He struck out the side, striking out all 3 men he faced. 1-2. Elliott with a line in his pitch. And this one missing low with a slider. It evens at 2-2 with Ben Johnson, the catcher, to follow. Has a 2-hit night, 2 for 3. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Elliott, the pitch on the 2-2 and a swing and a line drive, but right to Francisco Rodriguez, the second baseman. A man retired here in the ninth. Here comes Ben Johnson, 2 for 3, 2 singles on the night. And he did get a hit in his only time up against Elliott this year. They came back in Provo. Elliott in his last appearance against Ogden on July 18th, 1 inning with 1 strikeout and notching his second save as a professional. Missoula 2, Provo 1, top of the ninth inning here from Play Ball Park. And the pitch to Johnson, and it skips in the dirt for ball 1. Krantz seeking a victory. He's trying to go to 2-1. The loss would go to Nick Green tonight, although he pitched very well on his own. 2 runs, 1 earned in 6 innings. And here's the 1-0 pitch, and this one is fired outside, 2-0. Our paid attendance tonight here at the ballpark, 1,877. 1,877 here for this Friday night contest between the Angels and Osprey here at Play Ball Park. The 2-0, the pitch, and a fastball missing just a bit down low, 3-0. Ryan Leahy, the second baseman, 7th spot batter to follow for Provo. 2-1 for the Osprey, top of the ninth. Elliott with 1 out, nobody on. The wind in the 3-0. The pitch, bullseye strike. He goes to 3-1. Osprey up by 1 here tonight in the top of the ninth inning, and settling back in Johnson, who hits from the left side against the right-handed throwing Elliott. The 3-1 pitch, and this one strike call at the belt, 3-2. 88-mile-per-hour fastball by Elliott. The count works full. Well off the line in right field, Matos. Elliott spots for the sign, the 3-2, and the pitch. And a swing and miss on a fastball, striking out Johnson. First strikeout for Elliott. 2 men retired here in the top of the ninth. And the fans will start, several of them start going to their feet. We're going to have a pinch hitter, it appears. Tom Kotzman's going the home plate umpire. And Brett Robson. And Ryan Leahy is going to be lifted right now for number 20. Let's see here. We're going to have a pinch hitter and number 24, Caleb Mayer. Caleb Mayer will be pinch hitting. Mayer this season, 304 his batting average, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. So he'll be taking over for Ryan Leahy with Schumann out here in the ninth inning. Elliott trying for his 3rd save. The wind really kicks up here at the ballpark. with the Osprey leading 2-1, 2 men out, top of the ninth. Mayer will settle in, heading for the right side. And here comes the pitch, and it's in the dirt for a ball. Mayer struck out his only time against Elliott this season, 0 for 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 men out. The wind and pitch by Elliott, and he deals in a swing and a pop up first base side, and Brito will see the ball go out of play. It is 1-1. Caleb Mayer played with Cedar Rapids as his last team before being brought back down to Provo. 9th round draft selection in 2002. A 1-1 count to Mayer. Chance makes some noise here at Play Ball Park. The 1-1, and a strike call in the outside corner with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. It's now 1-2. Elliott against Mayer. 2-1 for the Osprey. Top of the ninth against the Angels. The 1-2 pitch, and a thing out. Down tip out of the glove of Castillo. Now they're saying, was he hit by the pitch? Saying he was hit by the pitch? If he swung the bat, that's strike 3. If no contact had been made, Mayer being hit by the pitch, and now we're going to have a pinch runner settling out there. That's Joshua LeBlanc, the pinch run. So Josh LeBlanc will pinch run right now. I don't get that at all. It did not look like the pitch had hit the batter. And if he had swung through, that's strike 3. J.R. Rentz is going to be the batter coming up to the plate right now, and the Angels bullpen gets busy again. 2 out, runner at first base, and LeBlanc pinch running. Matt Elliott on the mound for the Osprey. Here's the stretch. Throw to first with the runner getting back in, and Josh LeBlanc. Right-hander gets up in the pen, and that presumably would be their closer. And the pitch, and this one outside. The closer, of course, being for this team, Mitchell Arnold. 1-0 as the pitch was outside, and the first delivery to J.R. Renz. Renz tonight struck out 0 for 3. Throw to first, diving back in the runner. 2-1 to score. Osprey leading. 2 out, and the runner off first base, LeBlanc. Stretch and pitch. Slider for a strike. 1-1. Osprey leading by 1 here in the top of the ninth inning against the Angels. A 1-1 count off first base goes LeBlanc. Down and pitch. And swing and foul back on an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Now 1-2 on Renz. The Osprey had Mayer down to his final strike before he was hit by a pitch. Now being pinch ran for at first base by LeBlanc. Held on by Brito, the first baseman for the Osprey. 1-2, and a throw to first, and diving back goes the runner in LeBlanc. The count holds at 1-2 on the veteran J.R. Renz, the right fielder for the Provo Angels. Elliott will go from the stretch, and it's 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a little pop-up right field. This one looks playable. Miguel Machos in a step and makes the catch. And the Osprey snapped their 4-game losing streak. Missoula 2, Provo 1, and a 1-run victory for the Missoula Osprey here at home in defeating the Provo Angels, who now slip a half game behind Idaho Falls in the race for the South Division title in the first half of the year. Your final score once again, Missoula 2, Provo 1. We'll pay all about when we come back for a postgame show right here on your exclusive home for the Missoula Osprey, KYLT.
Success in baseball means making contact with the ball. For improving your chances of successful retirement or education savings, contact Frankie or Deirdre at Flaherty Financial Services. For more information, call 549-6718 or 1-888 310-6718.
Securities offered through American General Securities Incorporated, 2727 Allen Parkway, Houston, Texas, 77019. Member NASD SIPC. Member of American International Group Incorporated. Clarity Financial Services Incorporated is a separate entity from any member of AIG.
With the Osprey, you can count on one great play after another, kind of like Mullen Station Casino, one thrilling game after another. Exciting gaming and great odds await you at Mullen Station Casino. Win any one of the station's many electronic games and enjoy the coldest beer in town from the Cobra Tap. You want to win? You got to check out Mullen Station Casino. Stop after the game and get in on the action. You can always count on a warm reception at the casino at Mullen Station, corner of Reserve and Mullen Road.
Mullen Station, at the station, at the station, at the station.
Tired of paying for basic cable channels you just don't watch? Paying extra for local channels or when you have more than one TV? Now you can get Economy Basic from Montana Wireless on every TV in your house with no extra fees. Call 542-3444 today and get the essential channels, including local networks, for about $15 per month. Plus, when you call today, installation is just $9.95. That's a savings of more than $30 to get started. Your Montana Wireless Economy Basic package is the perfect supplement to satellite dishes or to save money this summer. Call 542-3444 today and save. Montana Wireless, simply the best. Montana First Credit Union would like to wish the 2004 Missoula Osprey the best of luck in their quest for the Pioneer League Championship. Montana First Credit Union is proud to be a supporter of the Missoula Osprey and would like to invite you to find out why Montana First Credit Union will always go to bat for you. Like the Osprey, Montana's First Credit Union is proud of their past and prepared for your future. Good luck, Missoula Osprey, from your friends at Montana First Credit Union.
Hi, this is Willie from Wireless Connection. As a baseball fan, I'm proud that we're a sponsor of Osprey Radio broadcast. If you haven't been to the new ballpark yet, you've got to check it out. Wireless Connection is your local Verizon Wireless authorized dealer in Missoula. We pride ourselves on being the best at what we do, and like the Osprey, we always put our best foot forward. If you haven't switched yet to America's best wireless network, stop by and see us at Wireless Connection. We're in Russell Square. That's 39th and Russell, next to Albertsons, or inside the Bond Macy's. Wireless Connection, nationwide Verizon wireless service locally.
Allergy season is here, so if you're affected, now's the time to be evaluated by an expert at the Allergy and Asthma Center. Dr. Wayne Sinclair and physician assistant Dave Mangold are specially trained in treating allergies and asthma. Allergic disease is controlled by the body's very complex immune system, and there are many options towards treatment. Find out which one is most effective for you. Dr. Sinclair is board certified by the American Board of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, and along with PA Dave Mangold, provide excellent care and treatment. The Allergy and Asthma Center, near Community Medical Center. Call 721-4540.
You've been listening to the Missoula Osprey Pioneer League Baseball on 1340 KYLT Missoula. Now stay tuned for the Osprey postgame show, brought to you after every Missoula Osprey game by Ruby's Cafe. With all the stats of today's game, once again, your voice of the Missoula Osprey, Tim Bulwer.
Rather manageable 1 hour, 57-minute game here at Play Ball Park. And most of that 1,877 fans going home very, very happy as the Osprey snapped their 4-game losing streak against the team that came in tied for first place in the South Division, the Provo Angels. Ben Krantz went to the mound tonight, and he couldn't pitch any better. He was opposed by Nick Green, who threw very well in his own right, though got the tough look loss. The Osprey got a run in the first inning off Green. Miguel Matos singled, then an infield single from Derek Bruce. Runners to first and second. A double steal got Matos to third and Bruce to second. Wilkin Castillo then flied out to left, and that was the first out of the inning. Then Richard Mercado came up to the plate, his first of 2 RBIs on the night, and gave the Osprey the early lead. Runners at second and third. The 1-0, the pitch, and the ball line. And a high hop, the second baseman pulls it down, and Leahy throws the first, getting the out of Mercado, but coming in to score Matos. And the Osprey get a 1-0 lead. 1-0 lead early on for the Osprey at that point. Certainly a rather uneventful highlight, but when you have a 2-1 game, that has become a little bit more magnified. The Osprey would be held scoreless until the 6th inning, and they wouldn't have a hit until the 6th inning when they got the additional run, which proved to be the game winner. Ben Krantz on the mound gave up an unearned run in the 3rd inning to the Angels after Mike Perdomo flat out to the right fielder Miguel Matos, and Richard Giannotti grounded out to the first baseman Brito. Nate Seddon singled. Did Sean Rodriguez reach on a fielding error from Derek Bruce? Bruce would have 2 errors tonight, and yet still looked pretty good out there in the field with a couple of diving catches as well, and actually a turn double play to end the second on a great play in which he tagged the very end of the third base bag and then threw on to first to complete a double play on a bases-loaded jam in the second and helping Krantz out. But back to the third inning, which we're concentrating on. The first 2 outs and then sudden single. And then Rodriguez getting to first on a fielding error from Derek Bruce. The runners were on at first and third. This brought up Andrew Toussaint to the plate. And at that point, it was a single from Toussaint bringing in Sutton. Toussaint's 31st RBI of the season, and it would make it a 1-all game. An unearned run off Krantz. The inning would end with Clifton Remele lining out to third baseman Derek Bruce and made a diving catch to his left. And runners at first and second at the time, and it was a 1-all game as we were tied up. We then move on to the 6th inning. Nick Green remained on the mound, and finally an error cost him as Miguel Matos grounded out to begin the inning. But then Derek Bruce got to first base on a fielding error from Sean Rodriguez, his 11th error of the year for Rodriguez. Wilkin Castillo then followed with a single off Green, and that brought up Richard Mercado with his second of 2 RBIs on the night. Walk to the pitch and line in his center field, a base hit. Bruce trots in to score. The second RBI for Mercado on the night, and the Osprey now lead 2-1 over the Angels. For some reason, the highlight was a little bit softer than I would have liked, but you get the feeling that, of course, Mercado getting the base hit with a single up the middle. The inning ended on Javier Brito grounding into a 5-3 double play, but the Osprey had their 2-1 lead, and they would keep that lead until the 9th inning, in which Matt Elliott came in. He already had 1 save against Provo this season, 2 saves overall. He got Clifton Remele to line out to the second baseman Rodriguez. Ben Johnson then struck out swinging. A controversial hit by a pitch with 2 men out. Caleb Mayer pinch hitting for Ryan Leahy. Hit by a pitch. It looked like he had swung, but the umpire said being hit by a pitch, and so Mayer took first. Josh LeBlanc the pinch run, but with J.R. Renz at the plate, this would be how the game would end in the favor of the Osprey. Elliott will go from the stretch. And it's 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a little pop-up right field. This one looks playable. Miguel Matos in a step and makes the catch. And the Osprey stop their 4-game losing streak. 4-game losing streak by the boards as the Osprey win their 8th game at home this year. And finishing off the Provo Angels. Your final score 2-1 for the Missoula Osprey. For the Osprey, their total, 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors. And they left a total of 3 men on base. For the Provo Angels, a run, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. One to Ben Krantz, 2-1 on the year, and go over his line quickly. And this one certainly is worth going over again and again. 7 innings with 5 hits, an unearned run off him in the third. He didn't walk anybody for the second time this year and struck out 3. Donald Julio an inning and striking out the side in the 8th. Matt Elliott, his 3rd save, his second against Provo this year, with 1 inning and striking out 1. Lost to Nick Green, who drops his record to 3-2, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, with a walk and a strikeout. And Ronnie Ray with 2 innings and not allowing anything to the Osprey. Time of the game, 1:57 again. The attendance, 1,877 here at the ballpark. And our 5-star Sally player of the game, it goes to Ben Krantz, and it has to go to him with an unearned run off him in 7 innings of work. Ben Krantz, our 5-star Satellite player of the game. Give my friends Mick and Deanna a call, 251-5300. Or better yet, visit their showcase at 1609 South Avenue West in Missoula. 5-star Satellite. Experience the difference. And tonight's 5-star Satellite player of the game, once again, Ben Krantz. When we continue with our post-game show, we'll go with the Bob and Solonback scoreboard around the major leagues. It's the Osprey defeating the Angels 2-1 tonight. We'll continue with our post-game show after this on KYLT.
Home cooking, friendly atmosphere, good food, and great service. What more could you want in a restaurant? Ruby's Cafe has all that and so much more. From a heaping Montana-style breakfast to a fine and tasty lunch or delightful dinner, Ruby's Cafe's family-style menu has something on it for everyone in the family. There's a table waiting for you. Ruby's Cafe has kept Missoula coming back for over a quarter of a century. You've tried the rest. Now come get the best. Ruby's Cafe, 2101 Regent across from the post office. You keep us cooking, Missoula.
Our Bob Solonback scoreboard for the night. Visit them at 120 West Broadway in Missoula, celebrating their 25th year in Missoula, and home of the sweetest deal in town. National League. Arizona and Colorado, no score in the bottom of the third as the Diamondbacks look to snap their 11-game losing streak. San Diego tied up with L.A. 1-1 in the bottom of the second. Cubs defeated Philadelphia tonight 5-1. Pittsburgh defeated Cincinnati 6-3. Montreal took out Florida 2-1. Atlanta and the New York Mets postponed due to the raindrops. Milwaukee now 6-all with Houston in the top of the 8th inning. San Francisco defeated St. Louis 7-2. And those are all your scores from the National League. American League side of things, with the Yankees holding on against Boston 8-7. Cleveland defeated Kansas City 3-2. Toronto 7, Tampa Bay 4. Minnesota defeated Baltimore 7-3. White Sox over Detroit 6-4. Seattle won, Anaheim won in the top of the third, and in a great pitcher's duel with Kenny Rogers going for the Rangers and Mark Mulder going for the Oakland Athletics. Texas leads Oakland 2-0 in the top of the third. And that's your Bob Solonback scoreboard for this evening. When we come back, a preview of tomorrow night's game and the finale of the series against the Provo Angels as the Osprey look to split the 4-game series with Provo. Reminder that the Osprey won 2-1 tonight, and we'll tell you about tomorrow night's action when we come back from our final timeout right here on KYLT.
Home cooked, friendly atmosphere, good food, and great service. What more could you want in a restaurant? Ruby's Cafe has all that and so much more. From a heaping Montana-style breakfast to a fine and tasty lunch or delightful dinner, Ruby Cafe's family-style menu has something on it for everyone in the family. There's a table waiting for you. Ruby's Cafe has kept Missoula coming back for over a quarter of a century. You've tried the rest. Now come get the best. Ruby's Cafe, 2101 Regent across from the post office. You keep us cooking, Missoula.
Tomorrow night's action with Provo in town for the final time this year. It's Provo against Missoula. And Saturday night, our promotion T-shirt giveaway for the first 750 fans, sponsored by Missoula Federal Credit Union and K-Pax Television. It will also be the Lunch-A-Ball special with certainly one of the finest promotions in baseball. So get out to the ballpark and enjoy Lunch-A-Ball and get a T-shirt if you're amongst the first of 750 fans. Tomorrow night's pitching matchup on the field, Shane Dove, the left-hander for the Osprey, 2-3 with a 4.36 ERA. He'll go against right-handed throwing Billy Lehman, 0-1 with a 2.40 earned run average. Once again, to start, Patty, no. I'm trying to wrap up here. Thank you. We're having some fun here at the old ball yard, and of course we can do that considering it's a 1 hour, 57-minute game at 2-1 victory for the Osprey. But first pitch 7:05, our pregame show at 6:50 tomorrow night. For our producer, engineer Clay Eichner back at the studios, I'm Tim Boulware. Once again, Missoula 2, Provo 1. Missoula now 14-20, while dropping Provo 1.5 game in back of Idaho Falls in the South Division at 18-16. Of course, the battle for first place continues and probably will tomorrow night as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow right here on KYLT. Have a good evening.
This has been the Missoula Osprey postgame show with the voice.